has got their trauma from their mom, so they end up growing up and resenting the fuck out their mom.
So you saying it's a cycle of you have a single mom who has a son. The son grows up, gets into stuff, and then they have a child and they create a single mom. And then it's like that. You're saying that's the trend. That's what happens. So you're saying that single moms are products of men who had single moms.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad way of framing it. But yeah, because basically, like I said, right, because the thing is, the criminals or the whatever you want to call them are typically boys that was raised with single moms, and then they don't get demonized because that's my baby. He's just a sweet child. No, he was a sweet child to you, but this man in the street is a menace. So most women typically cherish the criminals because that be their sons, and then most motherfuckers don't like their mothers because their mothers be stuck on her masculine shit where she feels like she needs to be tougher and more stern on people. And all that shit does is traumatize people. Like girls, I hear girls say this shit all the time, right? When they be like, the mom be treating the son like the prince, but treats the daughter like the enemy or some shit like that. Or you ever heard that before?
But the thing that's interesting to me is that you're not correlating how it's because of the way we censor men. Like you not under like it's like you don't see how it goes all together. That's what's
I
interesting.
can I could give you that, right? But
Mm-hmm.
like, because the thing is, no matter how much you want to separate men and women, no matter how much we argue, we will forever be locked in and bonded together. Like, there's nothing you can say, no prompts you can pull up. You cannot separate the two, like, at all. Like, it's not gonna ever happen. So you have to have the. For me personally, the conversation seems pointless to talk about. So we just need to decenter men. You can mentally, but you can't physically. You feel me?
So the problem. So to me, the problem is that that there is a obvious divide between how the community treats women and how the community treats men. So if men are like it's accepted that black men are, hey Mariah, hey everybody, it's accepted that, hey pretty, thank you, that men may end up doing criminal activities because of how hard it is, because we're oppressed as black people. And it's their environment, it's because they was raised by a single mom, it's the upbringing, it's because of police brutality, it's because of slavery. We got all kind of reasons to understand why black men may participate in criminality. But then when it comes to black women, or when it comes to single mothers being demonized, there's no understanding. Hey Les, there's no understanding that, okay, well, maybe it's her environment. Maybe it's because she was raised by a single mom. Like, there's no excuse for her to be a single mom.
Yeah, I like. Well, there's you can come there. Well, women come up with excuses to why they're a single mom every day, all day. He manipulated me, blah blah blah. So that's irrelevant. I don't
Well,
really
based on what you said, no, it is a valid excuse that
know.
they are criminals and criminals manipulate. So that's what it is.
Okay, see that would make sense, but the one thing you guys fail to realize is like it's not when you guys say society. For me, it's really a cop out because like it really is because you guys to fail to realize is the criminals are the ones getting access to the women. So it goes back to like as much as you guys would dislike this, it's gonna always fall back on the individual that gets the most infected, right? Women are typically the ones left to be single mothers or abused and all that other shit. Like they're the weaker vessel, so it will always fall back on you to defend yourself and do what's best for you. And what a guy could be a criminal all day, every day. At the end of the day, only the person that has to deal with that man is that woman. Women are the ones that reward criminals.
You know what I think is interesting?
Go
Because you do
ahead.
this all the time. Like every single time. Why are you? Because I'm like over here like struggling to understand, but I just realized you're connecting them together. You putting them in a relationship. We're not talking about them being in a relationship. We're talking about there is a culture of the black community demonizing single mothers, and there's a culture of the black community excusing and accepting and being understanding and empathetic towards criminals. Those are separate. We're not putting them in a relationship.
Okay.
Criminality is on a spectrum. It could be anything. It could be from candy selling it to scamming. Like it don't necessarily has to be like you keep trying to put them in
I
relationships.
get what you're saying, right? Even if we subtract it off a relationship, you cannot detach the fact that it's still a relationship. It might not be a romantic relationship. I could give you that point, right? I could no longer talk about the emotional aspect of it, but we have to understand we are a community. And first of all, you made a lie saying that like people, the community excuse criminality. No, dudes don't excuse it, but we also see who gets glorified, who gets all the praise and all the attention. And one thing we have to realize as a society or as a group of people, attention is what most people seek. You feel me? So if you're seeing the criminals and the D boys are the ones getting all the praise and all the attention from the gender that you want it from, you're gonna start gravitating towards that shit too.
Okay, so before I go to let JP respond, just P, I mean, that's always interesting when men say that they don't approve it, but they can see that women like it, so they do approve it because if they're stuck on women liking it, and then they start doing criminal things to get women, then they do approve of it. But before we get into that, go ahead, just P.
I genuinely detest this whole argument that all the criminals are getting with women and making them baby mothers because my really good friend, he is a CPA. Okay, he's an accountant and he made someone a baby mother. My other good friend, he is a manager at Verizon, right? He made someone a baby mother, right? You got the manager or the director over here of sanitation where I'm at, right? That has plenty of baby mothers, right? The chief of staff under the mayor's office, plenty of multiple children, right? In different families. And so when we're talking about baby mamas or single mothers, right? Mothers who have not wed the fathers of their children, we can't always assume that the criminals are the only ones out here doing this. Sure, they may have access to women because all men, for the most part, it doesn't matter what spectrum you're on, whether you're ugly, whether you're broke, whether you're whatever, you have access to women. But you keep trying to push this boogeyman out here like, oh well, women only want the bad guys. They don't want the good guys. So we turn into bad guys because that's what women want. That's not true. You want a bad guy. That's why y'all keep pushing out here for Future as opposed to Russell Wilson. You literally talk about Russell like he's a nothing, like he's a nobody, degrade him. You were okay with bullying this man. But Future, who doesn't even see any of his kids, take care of any of his kids, you're literally arguing for him. You're telling Sierra or telling other people that Sierra don't want Russell, who she's given several other children to, right? She don't really want him. She wants Future. Y'all keep saying that, while other women are telling you that's not the case. So I really do. Hold on really quickly. I do believe that the men, you all have this issue in your mind or this narrative that you want to push out there to victimize yourself. But it's not because it's true. It's not because it's real. It's because you want to see it that way. Because there were plenty of people that you did not see that were getting these women. You just didn't see them because you didn't have access to them. And that's not our fault.
Can I ask you something though? Can I ask you something? So this month, like Happy Juneteenth.
Because there's other
No,
people
no,
on
hey,
the piano who were here before you, so you can wait.
Hey,
Actually,
Saji.
hey Jess.
Shit.
Hold on, you can respond to Jess.
Here comes the
Actually, you go
cavalry.
next.
Or
Here
really?
comes the cavalry.
It's on me, right?
Happy
Wait,
Juneteenth.
wait, hold on. Who was next?
I came up here next, but actually can go then Tara. Then Flash. Then realize then Flash you can respond.
You marriage?
No, I'm good. I just want to chill for a minute.
Okay. Um. Yeah. So using oppression as a shield. Why does the Black community excuse criminality? I honestly believe it's because we're capitalists, and it's ingrained in us, and it's a get rich or die trying type of response. So because of that, we'll excuse it. So like if you went to jail for selling D rugs, that will be an excuse. If you went to jail for robbing someone, or you was just trying to get the bag. So low key, it's not really a big deal. I think that that has a lot to do with it. I think some weird manosphere hierarchy um, thing about toughness from going to jail is that's a part of it as well. And why does the Black community demonize single mothers? I believe that is because accountability is never enough for them. It also for women. So for a woman to be raising her child on her own and taking responsibility in that way, that's not enough. She also has to be shamed to the day that she DIEs. That is the only way they will ever be satisfied.
I
And you
love
can
y'all.
tell by the way
I
that they
love y'all.
treat single mothers because
Hold
it's
on,
like
real eyes. Hold on.
you can tell by the way that they treat single mothers and the way that they speak on single mothers because they're never really saying anything of why this woman didn't deserve to move on or now be married or uh, anything, but she doesn't deserve good things because she now has had this child. So that they demonize the single mothers because they accountability is never enough for a woman. She has to also carry shame for the rest of her life. And I'll land there.
I agree. You ate with that.
So
I
true.
agree with everything you said. Actually, especially when the way that you put it about the capitalism thing. I had forgot that that was another facet of it. This black capitalism is enough to justify the horrible behavior. So that was interesting to put it like that. But go ahead, Sage. I see you on mute.
Oh yeah, Jess, I muted you because your background was loud. Um, but yeah, I think let me see. As far as like demonizing the community, I think causation versus like correlation is whooping people ass because the real like if you're in the projects and you're in a certain environment, anybody can succumb to that, right? It's not just parents with it's not just single parents, but I think they relate that, and that's actually not true. But also, oh, I got brain fog. Okay, I'm gonna just let Tara go because I got brain fog. But I did just want to say that they're confusing it. They're thinking that single mothers are the cause when really anybody can fall for it because we've seen a lot of grown ass men fall for the smug epidemic. It wasn't just children. So it just depends because they're in a state and it's that's like kind of by design. Also, I think it's just easy to punch down on black women. We're the most oppressed, so everybody's just gonna punch down on us. Black white women are the most single mothers, but everybody's always talking about black women. Black men made white women like they gave them the baby mama badge. But so I'll let Tara go ahead and go, and then realize I don't know. I guess he got to pee or something. He's trying to hurry up and go.
No, you talk. Y'all need to mute out. You talk while I'm talking. I'm gonna drop your ass. Hey Mia. Hey y'all. What's up, Sage? Hey Cerise.
Hey, Sarah. Hey, my girl.
Hey Jazz. So so first one, right? Cause men, period, men love crime. Men love that shit. Men, like, don't let these niggas don't let them fool you. Men fucking love crime, and all their asses love crime. Like, they get off on it. They glorify it. They put that shit on the pedestal. They some fucking criminals. All them niggas, right? Unfortunately, you can come back. I just don't play with me. Unfortunately though, this what happened. In the black community, we censor black men, so it's like now the whole community fucking criminals, right? Because I know for a fact when I'm around women, we be talking about getting educated and shit. We ain't be talking about no fucking crime. That's what the men be fucking doing, right? And the reason why they demonize single mothers because we the scapegoat. They can't admit that they want to commit crime. They can't admit that they criminals and that like men like to do illegal shit and get away with doing shit and like they love like you can see how they glorify these fucking criminal ass movies. That be that shit. So no, they gonna demonize you because like if we blame the women then shit we could keep committing the motherfucking crime. That's it.
I also point out that the same thing happens in the suburbs that happens in the projects. Um, Cedar Crest is just like Acorn Projects. It just happens at a different rate. The men are still doing the same thing. They're abusing their women. Their kids do smugs. They're just able to get in rehab. It's just at a different rate. Men act the same no matter what environment you put them in. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead, real.
Go ahead, real life. I'm sorry.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is, I have biracial children, and what I want to say is this. So you have Martin Luther King Day, right? It's one day. It's one weekend.
Are you gonna address the prompt, or are we gonna talk about I Had a Dream?
Let him make this prompt because I want to respond. Let him finish. Like, don't make it drawn out, sir. Just say the shit
Yeah, yeah.
quick.
I respect you though. Look, so Juneteenth is just one day, right? I love you. I love y'all. Juneteenth is one day. Happy Juneteenth. Okay, and then you have
All
Martin
right.
Luther King.
That's enough. That's enough. We know what today is.
Oh,
Hold
can I,
up. 'Cause
can I
no,
please
no,
finish?
no. Let me say something real quick, and then you can finish. Because I think it's interesting. Y'all know how many white men sold their own children into slavery? Like, you know how many white men got on top of their children, their interracial children, whatever, their biracial children, and like sold them down the fucking river.
That's
So yeah,
not what I was.
No, hold on.
no. Go ahead.
That's not what I was.
Hold on,
That's
wait,
not
hold
what.
on. Hold on. You don't even need to just leave it there. Let's talk about how daughters back in the medieval times used to be currency. Well, we know it's beyond that, where you would sell your 8-year-old daughter to someone for money for access to things. So let's not forget that either. Your little baby girl was sold and had to consummate her marriage, or however you say that word. How you say
Man,
it?
that's not what I was saying. That's not what I was saying. Y'all
No,
took
no,
up
I
my
know,
whole
but
time.
hold on. Let me double check and make sure I said the word right. How the word? What's the word?
How come y'all interrupting
No,
me?
hold on. Somebody gonna figure out what I'm talking about, and I want to validate. I mean, not validate. I want to make sure. What is it? Is it consummate? What's the word?
Consummate when they hunt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the point I'm making is don't get too loose. But go
I'm
ahead.
not. So what I want to say, if you let me speak, today's Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. I'm proud of you. I love you.
Where
Okay.
you from?
I'm from Louisiana, baby.
Okay, I can tell. Damn.
I'm from Louisiana. Let me tell you something. So today was Juneteenth.
Oh my
Martin
goodness.
Luther King Day. Now listen, Martin Luther King Day. He only had a day. Um, Everybody only has a day. So you have Juneteenth. You have Martin Luther King Day. You only have a day. You have Veterans Day. So a lot of black people serve this country. They have Veterans Day. So Veterans Day is only one day. So then you have Memorial Day. It's only 2 days. And then you have President's Day. It's only one day. How come you have to share Juneteenth, President's Day, Martin Luther King Day, Veterans Day, Memorial Day? But how come the LGBTQ community has a whole month? They have a month, and you have a day.
I knew he was going nowhere with this. I knew.
Must have been sipping on that Louisiana moonshine.
No, he's
Definitely
drinking a
was.
daiquiri.
Definitely was. So
You
anyway,
have a day.
That was your
You have a
point.
day.
I saw a
Now you
video
have
where this lady was
now you
talking
have a
about
day.
how
They have a whole month.
men really enjoy and look for, or they're in the business of sympathy. That's what it was, and she was talking
You have
about
a day.
how they don't allow
Hold
for
on,
you
Jess.
to have the
Hold on.
sympathy.
Jess, hold on. Realize if you're gonna stay up here, you gotta be quiet, buddy. You can't colonize this panel.
I colonized already. You speak English.
I owe you $25, Mia. Go ahead, Jess.
That bitch got to go. That
I'm
bitch.
crying. But she was saying how men are in the business of sympathy and that they own it for the most part, and that
Now that's a
all
freebie.
they you said what, baby?
I said that was a freebie. Go ahead, just be.
Yeah, so men are in the business of, sympathy, and that's all they really want. Women don't get the sympathy because we're expected to do what they say to do. We're here for them. They are in the business of getting your sympathy for whatever it is they do. So when we're looking at the Black community, right, and the mothers, it's like, ugh, you're a reminder of a mistake that someone made and that I more than likely have made or will made, right? And so they're not interested in that. They want something that they feel is going to make them look and feel more valuable. So that, like she said, they'll punch down on them. But in their minds, even though they are actively making people single mothers, you got to understand. That's why he walked his ass up here with all these explanations. Well, because of this, well, because of that. Men have all the excuses and explanations in the world. They want to explain everything. Why the Black man, no, Mia, you said that. Why the Black man did this and why this and this and that. They want to explain everything. But the reality is because they expect you to give them sympathy and that's it. They don't plan on changing. They don't plan on doing any better. They don't plan on none of that other shit. They just want you to sympathize so you can continue to let them do whatever it is that they're doing.
Yeah. And I think the thing for me is when you add in I ain't lying, I'm telling the truth, Patrick. But when you add in the idea of Black capitalism and even go as far as talking about Black patriarchy, we are supposed to be supporting them because the reason why they're doing certain things is because they're not allowed to be a man, and to be a man is to have access to capital. So yeah, it's hurting us that they are doing these things. Yes, it's hurting us. The DV, the unaliving, the selling candy, all those things are hurting us. But what else are they supposed to do? They are a man. Like, they're men. They're supposed to be able to have access to their identity as a man and capital. So by any means necessary, like Ashley said, it's a get rich or unalive trying. So they have to do that. And we need to understand it, so we end up supporting them. The downside is that they do hide behind the oppression of being Black, the Black community, and the us being marginalized and oppressed. They get to hide behind that by saying that, hey, I can't have access to these things because I'm oppressed. We're oppressed. That's when the pro-Black and the Hotep and the Pan-Africanism come in. Oh, we are oppressed, y'all. That's why we can't get anywhere, because we're oppressed. But reality is that these men want access to capital and the power and dominance that the patriarchy that gives them, and they just hide. Hey, Cree, and hey, Dark Horse, they just hide behind the oppression. That's the point of that. Then when it comes to talking about the single moms, again, Black people are oppressed. Women are seen as less than and oppressed. So when you have Black women, you're already starting with a deficit, right? It's already your fault. Like, you walking around is your fault. Somebody harassing you is your fault. You shouldn't have wore that. The fact that your daddy being weird to you, the uncle being weird, is your fault because you looked at him. It's your fault that Black men are not able to have access to the capital and the patriarchy because the Willie Lynch letter. Like, I can go on and on and on. So then you have a baby by a Black man who maybe you grew up with, maybe he's in your area, and you a stupid bitch. You're a dummy for falling for it. You're dumb for falling for his lies. Like, how did you not know that he wasn't going to do this to you? He a criminal, right? So here you are raising this child, and then now, boom, you're responsible for the child being a problem. It's nobody else, it's you, because you shouldn't have fell for his daddy lying. You shouldn't have provided a life where you would have a child with a man. It don't matter that you grew up with him. It don't matter that you knew his family. It don't matter that y'all grew up in the same area. It don't matter that y'all come from the same struggle. It don't matter that y'all should understand each other's plight because of y'all's connection within this oppressive system. No, you a dumb bitch. That's what is to come out of it. That's what comes out of it. Damn, that sounded a little nasty, but
That was a little freaky snicky.
okay, that shit, that damn, the freak done snuck up in me. God damn, I can't win.
And you got to add a little hats to it, because that's a lot of the times that's the sentiment. Hat, you a dumb bitch. Like, that's exactly where they be coming from with that.
It's the yep. Go ahead, Sage. You're right.
Yeah, y'all know what I find funny is
Hey,
that
Liz, thank you. Go
like
ahead.
men understand men doing all of this stuff, right? But if we really, really look at it, women should have been the ones selling smugs. That was the first stay-at-home job. We would have been
Yep.
able to be home for our children. We would have been able to provide for them. We would have been able to do anything. So if there was a causation that would be kicking my ass, women would have been the ones who fit into that, not men.
Yep. That makes sense. If it was based on the environment that we grew up in and how deplorable it is being raised by a single mom, and being in an environment where it's all kind of crazy stuff going on, it seemed like women should have. Because if my mom was single and that made me a single mom, then I should be selling the candy so that I can be at home. Yeah, hiding the baby diaper, the baby bag, all that.
Exactly. Rocks look just like wet formula.
Yeah.
Powder looks just like powdered formula.
Mm-hmm. And
Which they
then
did do that.
Has some
They did
community.
do that, but
right, they did, true.
they
But
did, but
go ahead, actually, what you said.
I said then maybe we could have had some community centers being built and some wealth being obtained after the smug epidemic if the women were the ones selling it. Because
Yep.
the men sure as hell didn't save any of that money or put it into the community.
Nope. Because they was too busy trying to have the black capitalism. So they were trying to use the money that they had to be Rockefeller, to move up socially. They was trying to buy into this social capital that they wasn't going to be able to have. But when you think about it, that also contributes, and we done talked about this over these last few days, but that contributes to why they do the things that they do within the community. They do not see any value in black folks that are poor either, right? They don't respect poor black folks either. That's why they believe that we are disposable. You having a baby for me, and I'm a deplorable human being, you are a horrible person. You don't care about yourself. You let me fool you, you stupid. You gon' believe me? I'm a monster. I'm not gonna be there for you and you fell for it. Oh, you don't care about yourself. You're I don't want to be with somebody who don't care about themselves. If you don't care about yourself, how I'm gonna care about you? Right? Um, y'all are poor. Y'all don't have nothing. Look at y'all living in the projects. Who cares if I unalive you? If you play with me, of course I'm gonna hit you on top of your fucking head. Like, are you crazy? Of course I'm gonna take from you. I need this. I want this. I don't care about you. You got something I want. You ain't nobody. That is the energy. Yeah, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Hard pill to swallow.
for black women to be the problem, we actually have the least violent crimes in the country. Out of everybody, even white women.
Trying to tell you. They don't
But
want to
yeah,
believe.
yeah, Liz, a lot of babies didn't exist. I don't know if y'all read. Dang, I used to read some problematic stuff. But in the coldest winter ever, they was trafficking, and they put it in these teddy bears and set up the back seat like they had kids.
I remember that book.
Remember how he left her ass? 'Cause she went to jail for it.
Oh, you talking about what, Santana?
It wasn't
Or whatever his name,
Santana.
what is Santiago? Whatever his name was.
That's her dad.
Whatever his
She
name.
was with she was with some guy. I think her dad might have been in prison at the time.
Winter
And
was a patriarchy princess. How you say
Oh
it?
yeah.
Patriarchy princess.
Santiago, he was smart enough to move his family out the hood.
And still went to jail because he was stupid. And the thing that's interesting about even with the coldest book ever, I mean the coldest winter ever, is the part where Winter was about to entertain, I guess, a mutual friend of hers, man, or that she was dealing with, and he admitted to her that he was dealing with men.
I
Remember
don't
that?
remember that part.
You don't remember that?
Mm-mm. Yeah, I need to go back and I can't remember.
I haven't
Yeah.
read that book in years.
There was a part I forget, because remember her friend, like they went to dinner or something, and he saw her like she was going to the bathroom. He went to the bathroom, tried to get her number, but it doesn't matter. There's a scene, they start talking, right? like a few weeks later, and there's a scene where because he a candy dealer too. They're in the car and he's talking, and I forget how they get on the subject, but long story short, he admitted to her that he likes the way the men do it because their jaws are strong. That's why I started calling these strong jaw ass motherfuckers good cocksuckers, because I read it in the book somewhere.
Let me
And when
Google
you
it.
read it, it's factual. But even if you don't know about that, it was on Wahidia Clark, the Thug Matrimony series and the Wife series. She have a bunch of books where she talks about the relationships that those men was having. Like it's been a known thing that a lot of these hood men were sleeping with each other. And I think that is a contributing factor myself.
Wifey series is Kiki. Well,
Oh, Kiki, yeah, you're right. You're right. Wahidia Clark had the Thug series, but the point I'm making is, it was a lot of strange activity. But Jess, you got off mute. You can say something. Hey, Double O. Hey, Lady Q.
I was going to ask if that part was in the book or was it just in the movie?
Oh, I could be mixing up in the movie. Girl, no telling.
Because I'm like, I ain't hear that. I didn't read that part in that book, but it could be.
Wait, it's a movie?
There's a movie for that?
Yeah, they had it on BET, I think, right? With Truth. Oh wait.
No, that's the other one. Piece of the game. And
Oh
Trophy
yeah,
Wife.
I'm mixing shit up now. Look at me.
They,
Okay.
no, I get it because they all write the same thing.
Thank you. Thank you, Lady Q.
Literally, I'm like, wait a minute, I don't remember that part. But
But
this was the coldest winter ever. And then in that story, somebody was talking about wanting to be with a man or being with a man's friend, and he like men better.
No, he was just saying that he had relations with a man. Like, cause keep in mind, back then, they was selling the hard candy, and some of the ones all the people who was addicted would exchange sexual favors. So it's not unheard of if you think about it. That's why that scene on Menace to Society, that's right there. He offered him what? What did he offer him? He was trying to give him a cheeseburger. Then he said, "I'll suck your what for $10." So that candy, that hard candy, was a motherfucker. So I believe it. And those candy dealers were exploiting those addicts in sexual ways as well. Like, we talking about the crime was criming, okay? It was a lot going on. It was a lot of crazy stuff going on, and we see it reflected in how we see how it could happen based on the criminal. The way they romanticize being incarcerated. You got to understand, by the time the crack epidemic, the hard candy epidemic was going on, there has already been an influence from incarcerated men already, right? Men who, because keep in mind, it was like the 70s where incarcerated men was revolutionized, where they was thinking they was these revolutionaries, where they're coming out with the hotepery and like they got so much knowledge. There was already a shift in what was going on within the prisons. So I can definitely see men going to prison in 1979 coming out, and then it's a candy epidemic, and saying, oh, if you want this candy and you don't got the money, you got to give me something else, in the same way that they did when they was incarcerated. Hell, I don't know if the chicken or the egg came first, but the point is, a lot of those things they intertwine. So it's a number of different things, but I'm telling y'all, I believe it. I believe they was sleeping with the men too. And even wasn't it also, didn't they show that reflected on Don't Be a Menace? They had that scene where he was talking about all he did was get his, thing,
Yeah, because he did it. They showed him coming from behind the house. He like, appreciate that, man.
So yeah, like that, it was a thing for sure. And speaking of that, so I know y'all see these pictures, and I was thinking about like a couple things, right? The way that we have seen like the Diddy conversation, the Tory Lanez conversation, R. Kelly, all these, even Tyler Perry, they making excuses, Bill Cosby, all these people, they are excusing their behavior. Like, they got all kind of excuses for their behavior, right? And then we also see how they glorify the PIMPs, how they glorify coming home, how they glorify having these prison podcasts and talking about what happened in prison, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I think all of that is these men being able to try to humanize or see or be able to connect and understand and give a backstory or give a more or give what's the word I'm looking for? They're humanizing these horrible people because they're saying, hey, yeah, they did this thing, but look at all these other things that happened that might have made them do it. But when we talk about single mothers or baby mothers, it is no empathy, no care, nothing. And in the same breath, they will say, you shouldn't be unaliving a child. Like you shouldn't, what is it? I don't want to say smortions. You shouldn't do that, but I'ma still demonize you if you keep the baby because you're still stupid. And I just think all of that's interesting when you think about what we see and what is acceptable and the things that's not. It shows how the Black community centers Black men and how the Black community would do anything to protect the image of a Black man whilst they disparage Black women. Or even if Black women aren't doing it, they're gonna still disparage Black women at any cost to spare or to validate or give Black men a redemption story, even if it harms all of us. And I just think that was interesting, the correlation.
I'm sorry, I'm chatty tonight. But what's so funny is that men
You
are
can
gonna
go after you can go after Sag. I mean, actually, you can go after Sag. I'm sorry.
well, no, actually, I can go now.
Oh.
Go ahead. No, I was just gonna say how funny it is that we have the conversation with this. So what men do, men confuse us with other women. Like they come in here accuse us of doing things like supporting Tyler Perry or like just different things because they think that women all think the same, but men have a hive mind. So when they think that women all think the same, but men have a hive mind. So when they come in here, the same people that had the conversation about Smoke and Stack being real life, and that's just how it is. Them niggas also was raised by a dad, but whatever. But now they're gonna come in here and blame the mothers, and then now they're gonna come in here and say it's our fault. But you just told us that that's just how it is. That's just how men aren't, and blah blah blah. So which one is it?
Because they need in this world, in this society, they have to be violent because the people who this country was built on violence, and how else they gonna get the money? How else they gonna get to the bag if they don't stop? They got to stop following the rules. Them following the rules is why they left behind. You absolutely right, Sage. I'm glad you said that. Go ahead, actually.
Yeah, I was just thinking when you were speaking, I was thinking about how what I was speaking about earlier, how it's never enough for the single mother, but a man could go what I was speaking about earlier, how it's never enough for the single mother, but a man could go to jail, he can go to prison, get out, and he's supposed to be on a fresh new leaf. We supposed to act like nothing he did even matters no more. And he's supposed to be on a fresh new leaf. We supposed to act like nothing he did even matters no more because he did his time, and that's enough. But it is absolutely never still enough for a woman when she's the single mother raising a child. And I forgot exactly. It's absolutely never still enough for a woman when she's the single mother raising a child. And I forgot exactly what you said that made me think of that, or I think you might have even said that. But I think that's a very good point that their accountability can end right there with the jail. When they get out, that's it for them. But for us, it's never ending.
And that's, I don't know if y'all can hear. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. What's that word, Mia, when they go back to jail? Recidivist, you know?
Wait, what you said?
No,
I'm gonna say jailbird.
no, Tara. What's the word, Tara?
Recidivism.
Yeah, because they're saying that thank you. They were saying that they have like the accountability, but them niggas go back to jail. Accountability means like, well, I don't know what it means. I guess it's different for other people. But I mean, if you're telling me that I need to hold myself accountable, that means that you want me to say I messed up and I'm not going to do it again, right?
Yeah.
So why are you still going to jail if the jail was your accountability?
Because it's not. Because again, go ahead. Oh, because again, they went to jail because of what they seen and how they grew up. They go back to jail because they went to jail in the first place. Because jail and prison traumatized them, so of course they're gonna go back to jail because they went to jail. Again, it's always an excuse. And yeah, actually, like it
But it's also like if they, because you gotta understand when we talk about like prison being a rite of passage, in certain neighborhoods, like the thing is like you're being conditioned with the expectation that you're going to go to jail. So you go to jail and come home and you're in the same fucking environment. You're going to end up going back to jail. Like the men go to jail and come back out of prison and do the same shit they was doing before they went to jail. It's not like they turn a new leaf. No, they doing the same shit.
Your man jail badge.
yep,
Back on the street doing whatever you was doing before with that badge now. So now you feel a little more
got more street cred.
comfortable in doing what you were doing.
And then part a lot of the men they go to prison. Prison is traumatizing. Like you are dehumanized and treated like an animal, and they come out like, oh, this is just business as usual. Like if you go to prison, you need to go to therapy when you got out of it. Like you need to like build like these like they're not doing any of the things they can actually do to fucking rehabilitate themselves. That's why they end up going back.
Um, do get psychological evaluations before they get out, and a lot of them are actually classified as schizophrenic.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. Them motherfuckers be throwed off.
Hold on, how you find that information? I want to look that up.
I know more than I should about them motherfuckers. But but shoot, look, I mean, I guess you could Google it. I know it from experience.
Oh, okay.
I mean, recently I was looking at a statistic because DC was doing this thing where they were trying to change DC housing so that they can expedite getting people put out in under a year if they have criminal offenses. So me being nerdy, I used that and I was like, okay, Chat GPT, how many people have that are criminals also have behavioral health issues or are classified with a mental illness? And the number was disproportionate. I think it was like 40 something percent where like had like a history of mental health illness or like some type of catalyst or trauma in their past that would be conducive to cause a mental health illness. Like somebody help our sons, somebody help our brothers because it's a lot of men walking around like everything is okay or not asking for the help that they need because they're not used to it. And they out here trying to get it however they know how to get it and just learning from the streets. That's where they're going to end up back in the streets.
It's interesting because I'm looking at it. So schizophrenia is like one of the telltale signs of schizophrenia is paranoia, and it's interesting because when we be watching those jail vlogs, like you can see not even the jail vlogs, you can look at the men on the streets, right? Like they constantly are looking around them. They doing 360s, and you can imagine like living in an environment it's going to cause some issues. But I'm looking at it and saying they come out with high rates of depression and post traumatic stress disorder as well as substance use and alcohol abuse. Because like that's the thing. It's like they in order to be prepared to go to jail, you got to live in survival mode. And then they go to jail and it's still detrimental. And they come out and they don't want to be honest. It's like, oh, I'm hard. I'm a gangster because I went to jail. No, you're overcompensating because like you got some shit with you. And it's weird how these motherfuckers come out and it's like just act like everything all normal as if you're not a broken person, sir. Like you're a broken person, like essentially like being dehumanized to that level. Like think about like people who go through abusive relationships and you're gonna say like, oh, everything all fine and dandy, and the problem is like they glorified, like these motherfuckers glorified, and it's fucking crazy. Like you were a slave. Going into prison is you're a fucking slave. And y'all act like, oh, it's just business as fucking usual.
I
I think that. Oh my bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. I also kind of want to just say that we have to remember that schizophrenia is an adult onset problem, like mental illness, right? So if someone starts going to jail 18, 19, it triggering around that age, while they're going in and out of jail, it's actually like, I don't want to say normal, but it makes sense. With the mental health and crime, that's actually a systematic issue because there's barriers to treatment in certain neighborhoods. So children are not getting the mental health help that they need, and their environmental factors as well. So of course it's going to be triggered in jail, right? We get a lot of calls to the jail because people are well, with that being said, we do get a lot of calls to the jail because people are depressed and they're feeling like they want to unalive themselves. But schizophrenia, that's already there. It's just being triggered. Now, depression with
Uh,
paranoia, you know.
I want to state, like, how many of y'all are from the hood? Okay, so I was talking to one of my friends about this. I was just like, in a neighborhood that is predominantly African American, predominantly poor, because this is what hoods and what ghettos are. Mostly we see a lot of single mothers, and we don't see men in those households, but we see a lot of those men in those communities outside, and some of their only role models that some of these young boys have are the older men who are outside, and they participate in predatory behavior that would be conducive of a diddler or a Kelly or somebody's creepy uncle. And this is what men are looking at as a role model for how men should behave, how men should treat women, how men should gain wealth, and all of those other things. Like these are their role models growing up. Then not only that, I grew up in the hood. I seen all of that. Then I seen a lot of pew pews. Then I seen a lot of, I seen people be unalive. Like I've fought people, jumped people, got jumped, kind of thing. All of those things could give you PTSD. Like I have like PTSD for real. I be watching everybody. I gotta watch everybody. I don't know what's
Yeah,
about to go down.
it's complex PTSD. Um, and the thing is, like, that is a thing. So in this society, we're told that, like, so it's like social learning that the men are so important. So what happens is, yeah, if the men are like neglecting responsibility and just like trying to be that motherfucker, you end up with a lot of performance in the hood. Like that's the thing. They all like trying to fit in, and the thing is, in the beginning, it's very predatory. Like because the men are seeking out them while they're young. They try to get them while they're young. Um, I had another point, but I forgot it.
So it's all systemic.
Yeah,
Um,
but the thing is, it's going to take them to end it. That's the thing. For them to be like it's the mother fault because the daddy wasn't around. Some of y'all daddies was there and told you bring your ass home, and you still was out in those streets.
The daddies was in the street with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you have like, okay, let's just say that you, anyway, I'm just gonna say this. A lot of men took their sons and put them in the game, especially if their dad like was like up there and he was doing like some up stuff. He had his son on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to also remember that a lot of people are doing smugs. A lot of black people don't do meth, but meth shows up as schizophrenia. So, some felons, whatever, are diagnosed with schizophrenia, but it's really psychosis from meth use. It takes 6 months of being meth free to actually get an accurate mental health thing, an actual mental health diagnosis,
I
because
was saying, I have depression, and I was like arguing with my therapist and my psychologist because they're like, "Why do you have, you're depressed?" And they were like, "Do you?" They were asking me questions like to see if I had bipolar or schizophrenia, and I'm like, "You've asked me these questions before. The answer is no. I don't have bipolar or schizophrenia, and." the reason they're asking these questions is because some of these mental health providers, they have the ability to diagnose schizophrenia and bipolar disorder, but they have to get a doctor's note to diagnose you with ADHD or like other such situations. I really feel like, or PTSD, they try to jumble and bundle these things together, and I'm like, I have ADHD. I can't focus. I'm everywhere sometimes or whatever. And I recognize that. And I'm like, that's what gives me depression or anxiety. I watch people get pew-pewed and under life when I was growing up. Like, I got trust issues that comes from me growing up in a place and space where people got pew-pewed all the time, where I was fighting all the time when I was growing up and stuff like that. This has nothing to do with, the label that they're trying to put on people because of their lack of training and the different circles that they have to go through. Like, there are people that go in the hood and get paid $25 to get people to sign up for mental health care nowadays. And the people don't even go to the clinics. And we have people from Africa that own their own facilities and are milking their Medicaid without these people getting mental health. Like, this is all like a game. Like, it's so much fraud going on in the system. It's crazy.
Can I give you another perspective? So when it comes to diagnosing a mental health illness, there has to be consistency. So they're going to continue asking you that because they're trying to figure out the pattern. Especially if you're in a situation where you're not, maybe you're not progressing in some ways, but it had like mental health is a pattern. It's not like a broken arm where you can do an x-ray and see what it is. So they're going to continuously ask you things because they want to make sure of the diagnosis. And this is coming from somebody who's diagnosed with bipolar 2. It took me a while to get that diagnosis because of that. And therapists, if we're talking about a therapist, so we might be talking about an LPC, different terms, different states. LPC, LCSWs, right? They can't diagnose at all, but they can help you figure out the pattern. And what they would do is refer you to either a psychiatrist or a nurse practitioner.
And I think another thing too is like when I think about some of these mental health issues, like I think of anti-personality disorder. To me, that's what a lot of it, well, not a lot of it, but that has to be a contributing factor. Even if some people are, or if you say that they're not being diagnosed, because some of the stuff that's being done within the community is like monstrous behavior. You have to have some type of mental health issue to be doing some of those things. I'm not saying that is the justification. I'm not saying that it excuses it. I'm saying, yes, something is wrong. And it is the conditioning. You're conditioned. You have, whether it was candy induced, or a combination, a lot of the socializing that happens is creating a person who is antisocial. And we know antisocial behaviors are directly tied to criminality. So, because you don't care about nobody. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm my definition of it is off, but that's the way I have understood anti-personality disorder being defined, even if it isn't being bipolar.
What is
Um,
anti-personality disorder? Like, I've never heard of that
yeah,
term.
let me get the term and get
Is that
accurate.
like just like people that aren't social?
No, antisocial personality disorder is kind of similar to narcissistic personality disorder. There are personality disorders where bipolar disorder and schizophrenia, those are neurological disorders. So things can trigger it, but more than likely you're born with it. A lot of times it's genetic.
So
I
it
don't,
says.
Linda, I
So let
work
me.
in
Damn,
Georgia, and
So
I'm
I'm gonna
finna
read.
Google that.
Hold on. Well, yeah, you could Google,
Ooh.
but I'm gonna read what I just looked up. It says, anti-personality disorder is a mental health condition characterized by a persistent pattern of disregard for the rights of others, often violating social norms and laws. It's part of a cluster B group of personality disorders, which also includes borderline, histrionic, and narcissistic personality disorder. So it says the diagnostic criteria. You need three or more: repeatedly breaking the law, deceitfulness, lying, using aliases, conning other is it conning others? Yeah. Impulsivity. Sorry. That word almost whooped my head. Our failures to plan ahead, irritability and aggressiveness, fighting assaults, reckless disregard for safety, self or others, consistent irresponsibility, job, finances, lack of remorse, indifference, and rationalizing harming others. Then it goes on to say common traits: manipulative and exploitative, superficially charming, low empathy, poor impulse control, often involved in criminal behavior, blame others for their problems. And then it goes on to causes and risk factors: genetics, higher risk of if a biological parent has ASPD; environment, childhood abuse, neglect, or unstable family life. And it says neurobiology, differences in the brain areas responsible for impulse control and emotional regulation. And so, and then
Wow.
yeah,
That
so
sounds
that's
like
what,
all the YNs right now.
That's
and
my baby
then,
daddy.
right, but then it goes, it, it's interesting because then it goes into ASPD versus, psychopathy. Psychopathy is not a formal DSM diagnosis, but it overlaps with ASPD. Psychopathy adds traits like shallow affect, lack of guilt, superficial charm, and callousness. Um, all psychopaths meet the criteria for ASPD, but not everyone with ASPD is a psychopath. And then it talks about narcissistic personality, but Sage already said that. And then it says treatment options, which this is common. This has always been a treatment option: cognitive behavior therapy, group therapy in controlled settings, medication for symptoms like aggression, depression, and impulsivity, not not ASPD itself. So yeah.
People with personality disorders are I don't want to say the hardest, but the most challenging to work with. Specifically, borderline personality disorder. A lot of therapists actually refuse them as a client. DBT is a form of therapy that a lot of people don't actually use, but is useful in like personality disorders and like bipolar disorder and schizophrenia. But most people don't use it. And
Explain what that means, like DBT. Can you explain like what it is and how it works?
yeah, I don't. I never studied it, but it's called dialect behavior therapy. So when CBT talks about cognitive behavior functions, I believe this one like teaches you like direct like how to. It's hard to explain. You might have to Google it, but it's teaching you how to like how to say it because I don't know how to say it. You might have to Google it, but
In my mind, I'm like DBT sounds like somebody looking in the mirror and just being like, "It's gonna be a great day," kind of thing, and saying it enough in order for and just being like, "It's gonna be a great day," kind of thing, and saying it enough in order for it to work because I think it takes like there was a study and it has something to do with creating neuron pathways in your mind. Study and it has something to do with creating neuron pathways in your mind and how it takes like 17 yeses to cancel out a no when it comes to like positive and negative yeses to cancel out a no when it comes to like positive and negative experiences and to create more positive neural pathways in your brain, you have to repeatedly indulge yourself in different scenarios and different instances that positively affirm things that you have acknowledged have negatively influenced you in your life. so you can kind of retrain your neural pathways to disassociate from the past pain and trauma that might, have you in those situations type thing.
Yeah.
Would benefit from DPT.
A
DPT.
lot of us would. I got my book.
Affirmations are great.
Affirmations don't
They
work for
are.
everybody. Affirmations don't work for people with bipolar disorder because your brain automatically rejects it. Yeah. I got my book out. Let me see. I don't want to read all this. It says it helps
Kind of
you.
want to learn more though, like, because I mean, my best friend has bipolar disorder, and we've been best friends for like 20 years. But when I tell you it is hard, and I understand what you were saying earlier, and you were just like, a lot of like practitioners don't really want to deal with people that have bipolar disorder, because I've watched her have like crash out sessions, with me, but we've known each other all our lives. So I'm just like, I'm laughing at you.
No,
Like,
that was
you gonna be
borderline
over it.
personality disorder. Borderline personality disorder. That's the one that therapists don't really like to work with.
Well, I have a
Bipolar.
friend with borderline personality disorder and a friend with bipolar disorder as well. So yeah.
The hardest thing about having like a mental illness, and I'm glad that you're there for your friend. The hardest thing about having a mental illness is that people like they hear you, but they're not expecting you to have a mental illness. I don't know how to explain that because if like people not understanding that I'm depressed and I really can't move this day, they're not understanding why I'm not answering their texts. So the hardest part about it is other people accepting that you have it. Like I remember I was talking to a friend who's a nurse, and she was like, well, they just be labeling us with stuff. That was heartbreaking to me because I've been struggling.
This is really my circumstance. You gonna tell me like what you mean, sis?
um bipolar 2, is hard to diagnose in black women because of the angry black woman trope. So yeah,
Yep.
Landon. They just brush us off as being, but it's just like the hardest part is like just getting support. So you have to be around people who understand it. But if you want to learn like a little more about it, Udemy has a lot of like little classes you can take on it. I didn't go to I do a trade in the mental health field. So I'm not certified in anything, but I did get a lot of like one day I was hypomanic and I was feeling like I was on top of the world. I ended up getting 6 certifications in coaching. One of them was CBT therapy. And I use it a lot on the job. And people be like, oh, you're so good. I'm like, I'm just kind of doing the therapy thing, But yeah. Yeah. It's not just see Darnell, that's a thing. I know who that is, but it's not just a label, it's a real thing. And that's one of the what do they call the word that I'm looking for? Stigmas.
It's a
Because
stigma. Yeah.
people are not expecting you to be bipolar when you tell them that you have bipolar disorder.
Well,
Like
the
I'm
thing,
going to have
yeah,
symptoms. Huh?
the
Like
thing about
I
it,
have I have like major depressive disorder. And people are like, you seem fine. And I'm just like, I'm doing my job, like, or I'm, living life. But at the end of the day, that doesn't mean that I don't feel the way that I feel. And having conversations with people about my feelings or what I'm going through internally or whatever, I usually get dismissed like, it's it's not, that's not true, or that's not, it's okay, and
Why can't you
all
just
of these
be
other things. I'm
happy?
just like, why
Just
can't
think
exactly,
positive.
why are you not exactly what you're not right now? Because that's what I see you as, or I want you to be. And I'm just like, you're
I think the thing is
projecting real
about
bad right
real quick,
now with
please,
no context
hold
to my
on.
experience.
Knowing that there is just like because we can't see people's thoughts, and it's showing that there's a distortion in the way you process things, right? So it's like a lot of times, like if you're around people and you got to prove to them something, like one, you don't know what the fuck they got going on. But I think sometimes it's too much trying to convince another person. But like, I don't think the goal is always to get people to see it from a different way, because in itself, the mental health disorder is showing that even in your own thinking process, there's some flaws there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, because a lot of times we're like, well, why would this person get this? Whatever. Well, what does it matter if they do? Why does it matter?
Yeah, I really had to like, um, I had to come to terms with that too. And that's why like support groups are important, because it's people around who are literally going through the same thing, not the exact same thing, right, but they can relate a little bit. And you don't have to worry about masking, you don't have to like try to over explain, because a big part of, not a big part, but some parts of like some certain illnesses, people over explain, like that's a part of their illness. Like, because they don't want to feel misunderstood, so they would over explain. But like now I just feel like I just dropped the mask. If you don't talk to me in 5 days, I'm gonna tell you why. If I disappear, I'm gonna tell you why. And it's not on purpose, right? But I have to stop masking. I can't keep pushing myself to be like other, to show up for other people how they think I should show up in life, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, but what I'm just saying, I was trying to point out the essentially the hypocrisy of it. If you think about it, the fact is, this mental health disorder distorts your view of reality, and then you're getting upset of another person because they can't accept something, understanding that like even their reality could be distorted. So I think at the end of the day, it's like why we need other people. Because I think it could be me. A lot of times, it just link it to your own ego. Why do you need this other person to validate that you have this illness so bad? Unless like you're dependent on them for something, like it doesn't fucking matter if they say they understand where you're coming from or not.
I don't think
And I
it's
think a
more
lot of times people get lost
understanding,
in
my
it.
bad.
Huh?
I'm gonna let you finish.
What you say?
You said I think it's a lot of times what?
I don't know. You said something.
God darn it. I'm sorry. I was gonna say I don't think it's a validation. I think it's more so the projection and the belittling of your personal and real experience.
Yeah,
And
but I'm
in
saying
this
that's what people
manner, I'm
do.
just like, yo, like if I came to you and I was like, and I was honest about the struggles that I'm going through, bitch, I'm sad. How the fuck you gonna tell me I'm not sad, bitch? Because I'm sad. What the fuck?
Yeah,
But
Like
that's
I told
but
you
what
what
I'm
it is.
saying
I
is,
meant
listen.
that shit. It's not about validation, but it's just like somebody else telling you that you're lying about how you feel. It's not about, you accepting it. It's about the fact that you don't believe me. It's not about validation. It's about at this point or whatever. This is a choice. Ho, it's not. Like, it's not a choice. I'm struggling right now, but I feel like a lot of people don't actually have that ideology of like, they even now today, because the way society is going, oh, being broke is a choice, being on food stamps is a choice, having like a physical ailment is a choice, to the point where there are people in power that are not giving the people the care that they need because they feel like they don't deserve it for some reason. And it's not about validation. It's about the truth in the matter that there are people that actually need help. But as long as we don't look at it like that, and we look at it like, oh, they don't need help, people are not getting help in many different ways.
No, I get that. And I'm not saying it's always validation, but a lot of times people get stuck there. Like they won't see it from the way that I see it. They not seeing it from the way I see it. And then like I think it's a lot of ways that all of us fail to see how other people see things or what people are going through. And I think that sometimes that you can get stuck in that. Like, well, why don't they see it? Well, that's that person. That's a character flaw. And I guess for me, I was like, okay, that's a boundary. This person can't see from my perspective, so I'm just gonna move around this person. But sometimes you do end up with people who are trying too hard to get another person to essentially validate that, oh, this is a thing for you. Like, no, if I'm saying this is something that's going on for me, you're saying, oh, it don't sound like it's a real thing, then we're not having this conversation anymore.
Yeah, that's what I got from it. Oh, I'm sorry, actually, but that's what I was getting from it. Tira was saying like, fuck them people. Like, why are you so worried about other people and how you think? And I can actually agree with that because that puts more stress on your mental health. And I can't lie, I did want validation from my mom. I did, and it hurt that she didn't do it. And fuck
Yeah, and
you,
also,
Darnell.
and I
But
was
go
making
ahead. I'm
that
sorry.
point earlier, Sagittarius, because like, Sharice, you was there this morning when I was saying like essentially like our mothers, we have this tendency of putting them on the pedestal, and then we feel like a mother is supposed to do this, and a mother's supposed to do this. But the reality is, our mothers are just people, and just like it's things that we can't do, it's things that our mothers can't do. We want her to be able to do it, but she don't have it in her. She's from a generation that they didn't have awareness about mental health. She's not well versed on it. Like she was told from a young age that they just make an excuse for it. Is that toxic? Yes. Do you wish you could fucking dismantle that type of thinking? Yes. But the
Yeah.
reality is, at the end of the day, that's who she is. And it's like, well, I need my mother to do this. My mother needs to do this. Why do we have this perception that our mothers have to do every fucking thing? Your mother ain't equipped to do that. Find somebody who's equipped to do it. Because they're going to be, if you are a mother, there's going to be shortcomings you have, whether you like it or not. And it's like, well, you're supposed to be able to do this, and then we end up with perfectionism again. And I know it sucks because you want to be like, that's my mama, she's supposed to do these things. Well, who told you that your mother had to have all these fucking skills? You ain't got all them goddamn skills.
The live. I
That's the
heard.
real shit.
Hold on, peace. I heard
I'm
most of the
sorry.
live. Oh no, you good. But I heard most of the live this morning. I was just in a meeting, so I really couldn't like entertain it. But the funny part is when East came on the panel and she cussed. I slid over on the Zoom call and it went to drive mode, and they heard her. I'm like, God damn it! But yeah, I was there this morning.
Post recently, I'm telling you, I cannot tell you the name of the Instagram, but literally it's like some type of therapy kind of like Instagram, and it's literally a freaking dog. And he's just like, you know, telling you like therapy things and etc. whatever on Instagram. If I find it, I'm gonna go to my Instagram. I probably like post it in a group chat later or whatever. But he was like, you haven't grown up until you've realized that your parent had to grow up too. And you get to the point where you acknowledge your parents' shortcomings and you accept the fact that they are who they are, and they may not change, and it is what it is, but you accept them for who they are while not giving up on the type of thing that you want for yourself, or how you want to be treated, or how you want to be communicated with, or the love that you actually want in your life, because it's about distancing yourself from the trauma, or distancing yourself from an ideology of victimhood, and taking into accountability the authority that you have to make choices in your life, or who you deal with and how you deal with them, versus like the hand that fate has dealt us, kind of thing. Like, some people like, I don't fuck with bitches, because bitches ain't shit. Well, that's you projecting, because you've had a bad experience with one woman, every woman is the same. I don't mess with, like it's all about projecting, and instead of accepting or being in a place of understanding different points of views, we're all just trying to connect neurons in our brains to like former experiences, instead of like actually accepting things for what they are and moving on respectfully, because it's not aligning with what we want. Like it's easy to point the finger and be like, this is why I messed up, or this is why I don't have what, or this is why, and this is the person, and this person taught me that, or this person abused me, or this person didn't treat me right, and et cetera, and da da da. Da. But it's really hard to be in a position of being like, that is exactly why, and I acknowledge it. And this is what I know that they cannot give me. So I'm a fool if I expect them to give me something that I know they can't give me because they weren't able to give it to me.
Mia, are you back?
Me on another device somewhere being
No,
nasty.
I've been here the whole time. My other
Oh,
device
let me
is
stop lying on
unalive.
Mia then. I'm about to get cussed out.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we
I've been
done.
here. And matter of fact,
Ew.
when I did go out the screen,
Ew.
I went on Facebook because I can't scroll. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Serena. That's cute. I can't scroll the other TikToks because my other phone is unalive. But I did get
Wow.
on Facebook. I got on Facebook
You
and
double dipping.
that's what I do. But let me tell y'all what I saw on Facebook while y'all was talking, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me screenshot it and come back. Hold on, y'all.
Took over her panel and took it somewhere else. So
Cause we want to see.
let's get the likes up and let's
Everybody
share
need
some love.
help. I think we don't talk about mental illness and like the
Hold,
stigma that it has in our
hold on,
society.
please.
Enough.
Wait,
Hold on.
Relax.
I
Let Ashley go. At the there you can come back.
hold on.
But Mia's back. Hold on.
No, y'all good.
Okay, so hold on, y'all. I lost the pic because I didn't screenshot it. But anyway, so the prompt. I mean, it was a video of two. I guess I don't know. They had wicks and they pants was sagging, and they was helping this old YT lady, I guess, into the car. And the caption was, "We need to show more videos or things of black men doing something." Like I forgot exactly how it was worded, but I thought it was interesting because we talked about this yesterday. Like, not saying that that's not okay, not saying that's not a good thing to do, but what I'm saying is that they like the need to, even at a fault, to try to redeem the image of black men instead of doing the work for, if you're saying that the oppression is causing a problem, if you're saying the environment is causing a problem, all these things you're talking about, instead of you trying to paint an image or trying to convince people of something, why not pour into helping these groups of people? It's weird to want to spend time fixing this image, where we have this image of something where we can be manipulated, versus saying, hey, there's an issue. We seen generation after generation, year after year, that there is a correlation with certain behaviors or certain environments with certain behaviors or whatever. Excuse me, like I read what ASPD was. Instead of us saying, okay, let's do something about that, they like, nah, fuck it. We just gonna create moments where they feeding the homeless and still hold on to your purse though. Like, it is so weird to me. I just thought when y'all was talking about it, it was interesting seeing that they want to spend more time investing in the image than investing in the work, the core work of actually helping people who you say need help. It's weird.
I think the ideology of the fact that they're investing in an image is taking away the fact that imagery is one of the first representations of understanding that we have. Like when you a baby, you see stuff, but you can't talk yet. You know it takes a while for you to be able to be like, oh, put that in the trash can to your 1 or 2 year old, and then to realize that, oh, I've seen my mom put something in the trash can all this time, but now I have the word trash can and I know, and she told me, so I'm finna do it. But also we gotta think about how rappers and all these other people that have a lot of money pay our people a lot of money to act and behave in certain ways to put out a presence of how African Americans act. And guess what? They got paid for it. And there's young white and men right now running around doing wholesome hugging grandma stuff on the internet, and they getting paid for it, and I'm proud of them because they're changing the visual image that other young black men and other young black people have of people that look like them. Because if we look at society right now, most of the visuals that you have of African American people are mostly negative connotated. And I'm not saying just put on a mask or just make a video to show that, but I'm saying actually be that person. And it's not a bad thing to show that to other people. So that's a visual that they have. Like, come
No,
on
it's
now,
nothing
take the
wrong.
narrative
Hold on.
back.
Wait, hold on, peace. It's nothing wrong with what I'm saying is I'm telling you, I don't believe that. I think that was like I think it was on purpose to create this fake image. That's my opinion about that particular video. I just think that it was like I think it was curated. But taking away from that, my point is this.
If they curated an image of us that was negative so they can make money off of it, I
Please don't
want.
No,
jump
no,
into
that's not
the
no.
house, girl.
That's not what I'm saying. No, that's not what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. My point is that we obviously have too much work to do. If there is a mental health crisis, whether it's personality disorders or it's actual mental disorders that's happening, right? So there's a crisis, and it's because of us being enslaved. It's because of Jim Crow. It's because of the ghettos and hoods, whatever. So we need to work on that. We have answers. We have an understanding. We need to work on it. And the other thing is the image needs to, if there is an image that need to be painted, it don't need to be with random people outside of the community, because that's what it was. It needs to be, we need to see images of these type of men who have whatever this aesthetic is. We need to see them helping and doing stuff with people that look like them, because the main problem is that there is a feeling that I can harm people within my community, because they ain't no fucking body. Who cares about poor black people, including black people saying it? So I'm saying, first do the work. Let's figure out how we are going to create some resources to help this mental health crisis amongst our community. And then the other thing is, if you want better images and you want to put more positive images out there, please let them be you doing things within the community that's positive. We don't need you at the Walmarts helping somebody, because that looks fake. We need your ass helping the people that's in your community, like stopping, because that looks fake. We need your ass helping the people that's in your community, like stopping these motherfuckers hanging out with Uzis and boozies and goozies outside in a motherfucking project. Stop that. The projects are the projects. It's a lot of beautiful things that can happen within the community of the project. No, it's not the best condition, but we can have good fun stuff going on outside. But we cooking good, we got good music, we dancing, we having fun. That could be what we be doing, but that's not what we doing. Instead, we got motherfuckers at 12 p.m. standing outside with passing a blunt back and forth, riding around, and got big old weapons hanging out their damn pants, and they stumbling and fumbling because they off that shit. That's what we got, and people scared to come outside. So I'm saying, let's start there.
You know what this reminds me of, Mia? And I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, actually. Please just come off mute so you could just start talking. But this reminds me of when police was doing all this brutality. On Facebook, I had this one white friend, and she just kept posting videos of police in there, like giving kids ice cream, like just doing stupid shit. I'm like, bitch, if you don't stop posting this shit, I'm gonna whoop your ass. That's when I realized that white people were inherently racist.
So that was crazy. But go ahead, actually, and then Dark Horse just came up here.
To say much, but I all of this just makes me think of how much we need community, and the worse politics get, the more we need community. We need to be in community with each other. I just think that that would solve a lot of these, I guess, issues that we're talking about. It would help us be able to address them better. if we were able to communicate and be in community with each other in that way. So I'll just leave it at that.
Was
Hey, Concourse.
hey, do I have feedback?
Good.
Okay, maybe it was my AirPods. I've been listening, y'all, so I'm trying not to maybe repeat what you guys have been talking about. I wanted to go for the second question on the prompt, about why does the Black community demonize single mothers? I wanted to go for I guess, the one with all the worst tropes, right? So I'm going to go with the one with all the worst tropes and still prove my point. So the tropes about us, um, being on government assistance, and the tropes about multiple children, low income jobs, CNAs, whatever they're gonna do. So that woman, the reason why that there's a demonization of single mothers, and then I picked all the tropes to go along with that particular single mother, is with all of those things. Um, let's say that she is in subsidized housing. All of the men that are outside standing around that aren't working, they aren't CNAs, they are living with that woman. I don't know in the subsidized housings, no men with their own apartments out there. I just don't, right? They're staying with some woman, sister, mother, some woman, maybe their baby, maybe their child's mother, or somebody else's child's mother. But the demonization comes in from the jealousy because technically the person who is unattached and unencumbered by children and other stresses should be the most successful. So if you're looking at someone who has all of the negative tropes and they're still successful, that's the anger. So what's coming out is anger and jealousy because they cannot they cannot verbalize what the fuck they're doing with their time or money. Cannot. You can talk about a little bullshit ass baby mama Altimas. You have no car. You can talk about a subsidized housing. You don't have a house. You can talk about we got kids. You don't have your kids. So the person who has the most and is doing the most with the least, what the fuck are you doing? So let's say you are working. Why don't you still have a place? Why don't you have all these things that the person with less is having? That's the anger. It's the jealousy. And that's where the demonization comes from because, hey, I left you and I told you that I'm not here to help you and I ain't paying child support and you still got shit together, that's anger, that's jealousy. So until there's an internal look on their end about I have all the time to do whatever I want with my time, whether it's to get a trade, go to school, work 3 jobs, I'm still not doing it. That's a you problem that nobody on the outside can fix. Leave us alone, meaning us single mothers, women doing on their own, leave them the fuck alone. You need to see again what you're doing with your time and your money that you can't seem to crawl up out whatever fuck you in, besides leaning on women. And stop hating and demonizing the people that you lean on and you live with. I ain't seen your house yet. All those subsidized housings, you don't have one. It's not a row full of men. They got this whole block on lock because they got places out here. It doesn't work that way. So I just want to say that we're doing our thing. It's jealousy. The demonization is coming from that place of hurt. And it's a you problem. That's it. Not a me problem.
That's interesting that you put it that way because it's so true. They don't, and it is jealousy. Go ahead, Rasta. Because he had something to comment, but no, I absolutely agree with you, and I think that a lot of the behaviors that they do, like when I was describing them sitting outside, excuse me, and like how people scared to come outside. They do that on purpose. They don't have any control. They don't have any power. They staying with their mama, or they staying with a sister, So it's this need to sabotage it. So committing all those crimes, hanging out, scaring people, intimidating people. How many men have gotten women kicked out of places? They mom or girlfriend or baby mama, whomever. How many men have gotten somebody kicked out because they don't have any power, because they don't own shit or they can't rent shit? Everything got to go in somebody else's name. It is exactly that. So I thought that was interesting. But go ahead, Rasta. No, we don't matter what we do, Rasta. You love men. You will suck a nigga cock from the back on a handstand. We know that. But you could go ahead and defend men honor. Go ahead. Go ahead. You got it.
Y'all so funny. Why y'all hate men so much? Like we just living our life. You know, if y'all want us to be a father, we happy to be a father. If y'all want to alienate us and tell us to get a DNA test because it's not our child, then it's cool. We can do that too. We give y'all literally whatever y'all want, and y'all still hate men and bash men 24/7. Like we just trying to be y'all friend. Like we just trying to let y'all do whatever y'all want to do. Like I don't know
That's for
why
you
y'all
when
hate.
So
you done making your statement, Rasta.
where your daddy at?
My father live in Las Vegas.
One of my questions.
Yeah, I
Y'all
got a mother and a
did
father.
y'all hear that Charles is Rasta father, y'all? Did y'all know that?
Yeah, he came in
Oh
here one
my
day looking at the
God,
sun.
that's
Came
not
in
my
here looking for the
father.
sun.
I saw it on the TikTok post on my FYP, so it must be true.
Yeah,
No, what
he
the hell?
said so cause it's interesting. He was like, fathers are so pivotal in that child's life, and I'm like, Charles is like a deplorable person, and that being your daddy is crazy because
So
it
basically,
just
so
hold up,
basically,
it explains a lot.
Oh,
It explains a lot.
so basically, you don't care about the prompt. You just want to bring up
Somebody at
Charles, and
Charles.
like y'all
Somebody
don't
at
care.
Charles
Y'all
in
don't
the
care
in the
about
in the
solution.
chat.
Like
No,
y'all
he's
don't
not
care
gonna
about
come over here
solution.
because his son over here.
They got the same hair too.
I mean, I don't know what y'all
Yeah,
talking
me,
about.
Charles, because
I thought
I
not
need to
up
do some
here.
investigation.
I thought we was talking about solutions, but I see y'all
Rasta, you
hate
got up
men.
here and didn't even address the prompt. And now you
I
talking about
was
we don't care
addressing the
about the
prompt.
prompt.
I was addressing the prompt actually.
That was your address to the prompt?
Don't
I hate men. I can't believe this. What are you guys
Like,
talking
yeah,
about?
like why
Because
you
what
all
the
um
hate
hell were you
men?
talking
Cause
about?
you
Rasta
just
got his
came. What the heavy? What the
hold on,
heavy?
y'all. Rasta got his
I don't like
Vaseline
saying
and
what the
sock
hell. What
out.
the heavy?
Okay, do y'all want to be a wife one day?
Hold
Do
on.
you
Let him
Rasta,
care
you
finish.
about
didn't
being a
address
wife?
shit on that prompt. Read it
Okay,
out loud for the
Came up here,
class.
baby. What's up?
okay, using oppressor as a child. Why does the black
What
community
the fuck? What in the actual
hold
Now
fuck?
you
on,
can't
let me,
read,
Wait,
but you
hold on,
opinionated.
hold on,
So Ross,
let me
Oh
answer the prompt.
hell
What
so
the
nah.
hell?
Ross,
Listen, let me answer the prompt. Y'all don't even know how to respect the black
Read the
man.
prompt right and then answer it. How about that?
I
Okay,
need I need all the members in the chat to use that Tira sticker that says
oh
"You
my
stupid" real
god.
fast. Come on, y'all.
Yeah, like respect the black man. It's Men's Mental Health Month.
thank you,
Yourself and read.
Ashley.
Okay, using oppression as a shield. Why does the black community excuse criminality? I don't think we excuse it, but most of us come from poverty. So when you're living in poverty, your chances of committing crimes is 10x. Everybody knows that poverty breeds crime. Now, why does the black community demonize single mothers? That's because statistics are showing that kids raised by single mothers with no active fathers have a higher chance of dropping out of high school. 75% of them become teenage mothers. I mean, they unalive themselves at twice the rate. I mean, every statistic is horrible when it comes to single mother children. So that's probably
See
why.
that
And
poverty
I got a question.
is the cause for certain things in the black in our community, but then you want to blame everything on the single mother without giving any other aspect of being in proximity to hood or anything. You just
That
want to
they
blame the
don't.
single
You
mother.
want me to answer the
Their
question?
brains. That's because their brains don't like process information the right way, right? It's like
Yeah, if you are in
Oh,
poverty,
God. I
yeah,
think
let
she
me
asked
hold
me
on
the
real quick.
question.
Because
That's
the
I have a
telltale sign to show how like it's bullshit is because girls live in the hood too, right? And we don't see them committing crime nowhere near the same rate. But what happens is if you do if you are in a poverty stricken area, there are a lot of male predators who are going to be there being a predator. If you are in a poverty stricken area, there are a lot of male predators who are going to be there being a predator and trying to recruit your child to crime. And it's like they skip over that part as if like, oh, poverty just equals crime, and then want to ignore the predators who are recruiting the young boys into like this organized crime ring that they got on
what
going
the
on. Like,
hell, man?
oh, and they figure like, oh, because the daddy not there, I got access to the child and I could do these fucking deplorable things. And they're like, what is the mama fault? The daddy shouldn't be there. And like we said earlier, sometimes the daddy there and he's still doing that shit. But of course he's gonna skip over that because their brain don't process information the right way.
Also,
I have a
skipping
question.
over the type of men these women have proximity to. There's a lot of
I,
predators in the hood.
Okay, hold on, Heaven. You can go next. Finish up at. You can finish. Actually, my bad.
I'm a just land there. The proximity to the type of men the type of men they're able to date and mate with or whatever is part of the problem as well. But you can go ahead. Heaven.
Go ahead, Heaven. I
I
agree.
can't. I was listening to y'all, and I was agreeing with everything that was being said. But when the young gentleman came up, the first thing he said out of his mouth was, "Y'all so funny. Why do y'all hate men so much?" But then turn around and say, "If y'all want to be wives one day." So I was thinking in my head, why why ask why do we hate men so much and then turn around in the same breath and put forth the proposition that we want to be wives? Why do you think somebody wants to be a wife that hates you?
Ma'am, I
That's
asked a question. I said, "Do you want to be a wife one day?" That
if
I
they
don't know.
hate you, why the fuck they want to be your wife? That's the
That's
automatic
that's
no.
that's what I'm trying to find out myself. That's why I ask questions. I don't assume or project like feminists do. Y'all
No,
project.
she's saying she's
Ooh,
saying
ooh,
once you said why do y'all hate men? Why would you care if we want to get me? Like that's the answer. No, I mean the
ooh.
answer is we hate you and we don't want to marry you. If that's what you
Exactly. Why
want.
Okay.
why is it so hard for men to digest that women don't want to be your wives anymore because it's not worth it?
Well,
And
I got the answer to Heaven.
y'all
They
keep
don't take
inviting.
no for an answer, and you can fill in the rest of them blanks.
Let me
I
be
mean, I know
honest.
they don't take no as an answer, but the thing is, I'm trying to figure out when
Mm.
I'm going to acknowledge that that it's not worth it to women anymore. So you can't keep throwing up, oh, you're going to be single, or you're not going to be a wife when that's not appealing to women anymore. Period. Because there's nothing in it. Because men want you to do, but they don't want to give you anything in return. It's always give, 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 give. But like you say, they'll be like, oh, we want you to stop wearing lashes and wigs, and we want you to stop doing this and doing that. Okay, you want us to stop, but what are you giving in return?
A wet ass.
We gaining.
So you don't want to be a wife?
Hold on,
But
Roscoe, because let Peace ask his.
I'm crying. I'm not even, well, I do have a question, but one thing I will say is that you came on here and was like, why do women hate men? You projecting real bad. We made a lot of statements, all from our own understandings, but not a single person on this panel, male, woman, etc., ever said that they hate men. We are all quoting statistics about what's going on or our own personal experiences. Nobody is projecting. So for you
Yeah,
to
and they
come
do
on
that.
here while you spent all this time so-called listening, waiting to come up, and the first thing you had to say was, why do women hate men? Who are these women? And
And you know
actually,
what
I
that
don't
reminds
want
me
to know
of?
them. I don't even want to know them. Okay,
You know
let's
what
start with that.
You
Second
know
of
what that
all,
reminds me of? That reminds me
mm,
of when black people call out all of the things that the Caucasian people do, and then they'll turn around and say, "You're racist. Why do you hate white people so much? You're racist. You're racist." It's like y'all took that and y'all adopted it to use it on women. So every time women call out something y'all do that's recorded, That's written in stone. People are recording the things y'all do, and they're logging it down and taking numbers and tallies. So we're not making any of these things up. You're being recorded and you're being
So
watched
do
by
you want to
society.
be a wife?
No, I said no. For what? That's slavery. I don't want to do it. No.
What?
Y'all have to understand that this is radio. Nobody
The
is connected to radio
ideology
up
of
here,
him to
okay?
go straight from us having a normal
Mhm.
conversation about what's going on with men and ourselves in our life to him digesting what we're talking about if he's actually listening. Because I don't think he's listening because he couldn't even read the prompt. No shade to you, Rasta, but you literally did not even read
You're a
the prompt.
feminist.
Well, how you gonna tell me? How are you gonna project onto me that I'm a feminist? You don't even know me.
Oh, y'all.
Tell me how you think I'm a
Rasta
feminist,
fucking
baby.
no, Rasta fucking
That
stupid,
part,
bro.
you just talking out the side of your neck because it sounds good, because that's you projecting what you feel onto me. You're weird. So, like
There's
I
no
said,
title that you could bestow upon a woman, wife
it's
or otherwise,
nothing.
that's gonna make
You
you not
can't
speak
tell me
freely.
what I know based upon what you know because you don't know what I
Hold up,
know. You don't even
let
know
me
me.
just say this real quick,
Weird.
y'all. Hold up, real quick, because I don't know if y'all realize this, right? It's a reason why niggas like Rasta just get cussed out. And I asked him about his daddy because the whole point of somebody like him is to ask something extreme just to get your attention. So like he ain't got no answers for you. He don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. Just long as you giving him your attention. So like niggas like that, you call them a bitch, tell them they want to get fucked. They got flaccid peen and keep it moving. But don't say try to be explaining them to that nigga because that's what he want. He a bitch, yo. Like
Yeah, and I'm
call him
glad.
a bitch and act accordingly.
And I'm glad you. Hold on, Rasta. Hold on.
Disrespect.
Huh? Like,
Hold
what's
on.
going on right
Hold on,
now?
please. Hold on. I'm
And the men
glad that.
that women do want to be
Wait, hold
wives
on,
too, y'all.
Kevin. Hold on. Hold
Don't
on.
flag the live.
What? That'd be weird. I ain't gonna lie. That'd be weird. Cause like I'd be like, hold on, and then y'all be taking
Sure.
turns talking once I start talking. But um, I,
Start dropping them in.
yeah, I'm glad Tara said that because I get in some spaces people like to walk down these weird ass motherfuckers, but over here we not gonna be spending a whole lot of time like in a back and forth. Once a person say something outrageous like him, and y'all hear he couldn't even read. So this is the opportunity for you to talk your shit. Like I would prefer us all be taking turns dragging him by his motherfucking two brain cells. I would prefer us do that than us be sitting up here like, okay, so then what? No, because this motherfucker stupid. He's stupid and he wants to be a wife. He wish he could be a wife. He would the things he would do if he was able to be femme presenting or able to be a woman or able to walk in his truth. The type of he wouldn't let a cop pass him by without sucking and fucking it. So this bitch is mad. He jealous of us. He like the way he love men. He would never disrespect men the way we disrespect men.
No, he
He
came
would
here.
never.
Man, he came here to tell us he the better woman.
Yeah, he came here to tell us that if a man give him an opportunity to put that funky loose twat on him, he'll have all
Prove
our
it. You have
niggas.
no data. Prove it.
Prove what? That you a fucking lot lizard?
Yeah, prove it.
Asking for fucking data. Like slow as hell.
Look, that's all he can't
Definitely
think.
giving
He
lot
can't think about
lizard.
anything else but that.
Definitely
Every
giving
time
lot
he come
lizard,
over
bro.
here,
Actually, I know you
look,
got a
he's
crush on me
new.
anyway.
He's look. Some people are new to him, and the rest of us aren't. But whenever someone comes in and it's pick me, pick me, pick me, you should know right then that person is bending it over and is looking to get picked. Please don't pick him, y'all. Don't entertain. Don't engage. But he trying to
Actually,
get picked
already
real
picked and
bad.
she like me. Actually, like me. Actually, BC, she like me.
But
Actually,
where your wife
You
at
want that
though?
Paris.
motherfucking so
Actually, be
bad.
Paris.
But where
These
your wife
hoes for
at though?
everybody.
Where your wife at?
They don't even care.
He the wife. That's what we
Yeah,
trying
he
to
Cause
wants
we
to be
tell
the
you.
all
one.
want husbands. Where is your wife?
Listen,
Yeah,
I'll
Oh,
tell you
y'all,
what.
he want to get fucked. He
When
came here to
Donald
tell us
Trump,
He
that. Shut up,
is the
Rasta.
wife.
He came here to tell us he the better woman. He the baddest bitch in this motherfucker. None of us are good
How?
enough. The niggas gonna pick him. This nigga want to get
I'm
bent
muted.
over, dick down by a group of niggas. Like this nigga is stupid.
The audacity.
Your question and mute me. At least let me answer the
No, I
question. And you
wasn't
want
asking you a
to,
question. Nobody was asking you a
You
question.
couldn't even read the question that you were supposed to answer.
ma'am, I can
How are you
read
gonna
better than
answer
you.
a question? I thought you could read before you started trying to read.
Ma'am, I can read better than you.
I
You
can't
just
take
proved
it.
that you can't to everybody. Don't
Don't
do
do
that.
that because I read 100 pages an hour. You don't know me. Now
That's
you're
it.
projecting.
Only
See what
Now
hundred.
I'm
you're
saying, y'all? Hold on,
projecting.
y'all.
That
Y'all doing it.
proving
Hold
That's
sis
it.
on. Y'all
Yeah.
doing it
opinion.
again. Y'all doing
What
it
you
again.
mean,
This is
ho?
what I'm saying. This is the opportunity to roast. If you can't roast, let us. I'm trying to give everybody opportunity, but other people want to get off mute and go in on this bitch. Like we got a flow. Like I went in on them. Then Tara said something. Then Dark Horse came in. Like that's the flow. Like we ain't asking him no question. This bitch a loser. We just gonna like every time I think about something I want to say something. I'm like, let me give the plan an opportunity. But then y'all get back into like the back and forth
Because they
dialogue.
love me.
That bitch wanna be the wife. That bitch went into truck driving so that he can be the queen he wanna be. I'm trying to tell y'all,
They love
this
me.
slut is nasty.
Mm.
I'm telling y'all, I told him this the other day. The glory holes is his best friend. He get to be discreet.
So that means somebody could toss a quarter from across the room and land it straight in his booty hole then.
Right. And it's gonna land right in there. It's an open,
That's a
it's
lie.
loose.
That's a
It's
lie.
loose. It's loose, but I will give it to him. He been bragging. His shit wet as a motherfucker. So I don't know. I guess that's why he think he better than us.
That shit plugged right now.
Oh, not as
that,
plug.
that motherfucker got his fist up his ass right now. No Vaseline. He don't need it.
I'm taking actually to the Young Boy concert. We're going out this summer.
She don't want to be running on stage trying to get chose with you. You ain't
Yes,
gonna
we
use
do.
my friend.
Sir,
I'm gonna take good care of her. What you talking
sir,
about?
you not taking me no motherfucking where,
You'll look
okay?
perfect next to
You
me.
need to stop
No,
talking to me.
now he's trying to pick. Cause look, actually, you been
You'll look
quiet, so now
perfect. You'll
Because
look
he's
I
trying
be
to pick with
quiet.
you.
Want you to be his wingman.
I'm just not that good at roasting. That's why
I
I'm
know that's
silent.
why I say I got your lightweight baby. Don't
She's
worry
a
about it.
lady. She's a
But
real lady.
hold on, Rasta. What you said, Rasta?
She's a real lady. That's why.
No, Rasta, you a real lady. Go on
You
mute.
got it, Rasta. You win. You the
She
baddest
need
bitch
help.
in
Hold
She need
here.
help paying her bills. She ain't real.
on, Smith. You
Look at
came
him. He
up.
came up here to fuck him. Go ahead, sir.
Damn, go ahead.
Get
Go
your
ahead.
hands off that
Look,
man.
hold on,
Telegraph
y'all.
him.
I'm a voyeur. Hold on, Heaven. This your first time up here. Let me say something. I'm a voyeur. When these niggas come up here and they see each other, they give each other that look like they would if they was in a restaurant, and they call each other to the bathroom and they get in them stalls and they go to motherfucking town. I let them fuck on my panel. So let them fuck, Heaven. Let's watch. Go ahead, Smith. That nigga ready. He already bent over. The one leg up. Got that shit open for you. Go ahead and slide in. We looking.
You must be tired.
I'm
No
a cancer
Vaseline.
too. You know, it's almost our season. Actually, we gotta plan something special
Oh,
together.
hold on, Smith. Smith talking to you.
Get talking to me.
Go ahead, Smith. Let them know. Let them know what you rocking with. What you got.
Mhm.
Did she clean the roaches out her doodle stained drawers yet?
Ooh, focus
I
on
don't
getting your
know.
move.
I give that a 10, a 2 out of 10. What y'all think?
That shit was lame. That
You
shit
ain't
was
even done
horrible.
already?
Girl,
Oh, out
I
of
bet if he
10,
blow,
girl.
I
his
was
breath,
trying to be nice. All right, we're
I
A,
gonna
bet
give
if
you.
a two is generous though. I
It
like
I
that.
bet
really
if he
is.
cough, look, I bet if he cough on a pregnancy test, it'll come back positive.
All right, we're gonna give you one more shot. Okay, everybody, mute up. Get this little ugly nigga another chance. Go ahead.
Am I supposed to go or?
No, it's your
Oh,
turn.
Yeah,
Yes.
we giving you a do over. Go ahead.
So, which one you think the prettiest one, Smith?
let me see. Who's not a bit back? Okay, so take her out.
Rasta, he think you the prettiest one. He about to hop in your
No,
inbox.
actually, the prettiest
Interrupted.
one.
Don't interrupt this edge.
Yeah, let them go.
I don't know why actually hanging out with these feminists when you could have been a wife by now. Don't let these feminists brainwash you into losing your blessing. You know. It's a nice man like out here like Rasta that'll take good care of you, make your life nice and easier. Come
Damn,
on here
Smith.
to death row. Come sign the death row. Don't get brainwashed.
The last motherfucker on earth.
No, Sharice, y'all gotta let him fuck.
My bad.
Man, why you stealing people pictures, bro? Like you gonna get reported. The hell? Rasta man, who is Rastafari? First of all, I got my mother and my father in my life. So don't be on here lying to people.
But hold on. Let's focus, Rasta, because you purposely getting off topic. Go ahead, Smith. Respond back to him.
Who picture was that?
I'm trying to see who. I'm just looking through your profile.
Actually it's the prettiest one. That's why I'm trying to put a baby in her belly.
So hold on. This what he doing. He going. So Smith is going to look at our profile pictures. Okay.
He trying to infect you with a parasite. Oh,
Oh no, that's a blessing from God. We're gonna have a perfect baby together.
from the bowels of hell.
The only profile that Smith need to look at was Rasta because he said he like him slim. He don't like big backs. And Rasta got a nice slim, narrow ass waiting for you right now. Just go ahead and do it.
That is funny though, how black women usually do go for the gay jokes with black men. I guess that does trigger most black men, but not the confident ones.
That's their
Y'all
sons.
actually,
Just
They
like you go
raised
for people's weight, just go for Rasta.
Exactly.
Go for what you
Right.
like. You like slim, he's slim, bend him over. You go for what you go for.
single
But the
moms
weight,
raise the rainbow boys. The single mamas raise the soft boys.
And what your single what Charles raised you to be?
her brain
I
keep
don't.
working
I
too
wasn't
fast.
raised. I don't even got Charles' phone number. That like we
I
just
know, cause
TikTok
he left
friends.
you. We know that. That
Listen,
nigga abandoned
listen,
you. That's why you up there
listen,
mad.
listen. We just TikTok friends, okay?
He got his passport and was like, I'm out on this little nigga.
Y'all
The
ain't
thing,
got better relationship.
hold on, Rasta. The thing that's funny about what Smith said is like this the reality. Y'all men are homosocial, and black men like to participate in homosociality, right? That's a fact. You came up here, you ain't answered the prompt, you don't know nothing about nothing. You tried to do the same thing I always do is associate black women with being big. And my thing is, even if it's true, even if that's a true stereotype that black women are big, I'd rather that big being a big baby mama than being a loose caboose bitch ass criminal. I'd rather
mm,
that over anything. I'd rather my stereotype be we're fat, loud, and always having babies than my stereotype be a scary monster who does horrible, deplorable things, who unalive people and go to prison. I think being a big fat baby
Hmm.
mama is better than being a motherfucker that get bent over and get his asshole checked just because it's Tuesday. So y'all always
Both are bad though.
hold on, Smith, because you had the floor and you didn't want to take it. So now you need to sit on roster and chill out for a second. It always um fascinates me that y'all think that y'all can carry this narrative on and on and on that black women are so horrible because they get government assistance, because they take care of kids by themselves, because they eat poorly, because they live in impoverished areas, while y'all want to ignore that your stereotype is that you a fucking monster. Your stereotype is that motherfuckers hold their purse when you come. Motherfuckers think that you will unalive them. Motherfuckers think you gonna grape them. Motherfuckers think that you do criminal activity for sport. That's your
Hmm.
stereotype. Your stereotype is that. And you think you got the nerve to come up here talking about a motherfucking fat back? Bitch, your whole history is about you getting your fucking ass opened up and stretched out. That's what it is for you. Is that at whim, you're getting your face on fucking pavement and you're talking about if I like to eat. Bitch, just because you lived off of fucking oodles and noodles because your uncle and your granddaddy did, don't mean that I got to. It's pure comedy that y'all was talking about. Oh, that's what black women do the GAY jokes. I ain't joking. Y'all bitches is, I ain't joking. You're homosocial. At the least. Homosexual if you come out the fucking closet. And you probably,
Mm.
if you could, you would be the best bitch a nigga ever had.
I can't even put them in the
Mm.
homosexual category because the homosexuals actually have jobs and making money and going to school.
Well, let's put them then. Let's keep them in a homosocial
Yeah,
category.
these BO
But at the very
niggas.
least, they obsessed with each other. I don't. We don't. I concede to whatever. Hey JoJo. Sorry, JoJo. I'm showing my ass right now, JoJo. I'm
Very
just
masculine
joking.
of you, but
I
okay.
I am
Okay.
masculine. I am masculine.
You don't care that black women lead in divorce rates and y'all
No,
the
no,
lowest
no, no. Hold
population?
on. No, hold on,
Shout out
buddy.
the black
What?
women.
Hmm.
Hold
I mean,
on,
you are
buddy. Hold,
black,
wait, hold
so.
on, Heavens. Hold
Don't
on.
get too
Hold
fucked.
on, Heavens. Let me say something. Let me say something. I am masculine. And you're
Mm-hmm.
not. You're a submissive bitch. That's why you are the quickest to be bent over and have to cough to get cavity searches because you a submissive bitch. You submit to the system and what it
Mm-hmm.
tell you every chance you get. You don't got your own brain, bitch. You don't got no identity, hoe. So yeah, I'm
Mm.
masculine. I gotta be masculine. Cause y'all motherfuckers is not only is you a bitch made nigga, but you got the nerve to try to be scary. You so motherfucking scared of the real monster that you spend your time trying to imitate the monster and be fucking with motherfuckers like me. So yeah, I gotta be masculine to make sure I keep your ass away from me. Cause you scary. You a
Do I
monster.
look scary? Do I look
No,
like
you
someone you should hold your
scary.
purse
No, you
by?
scary. You dangerous. You will hurt me.
I
And you think
would.
I'm masculine?
Okay.
Oh no, you done
Okay.
said it. No, nigga, your excuse for harming me will be because you think I'm masculine. Because that's what y'all black men be doing to us black women. Y'all say we masculine so that you could justify harming me. Because if I'm talking like this, you think it's okay for you to hit me or grate me. I know y'all kind. Y'all niggas is crazy.
Some
But you
men
right.
do.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you said I am masculine. You right. And you a bitch.
Y'all
You don't
have a
think
y'all
that
have a track record so long of negativity that any insult that you could give a black woman, you're beneath. So therefore, everything y'all say, the bitterness, the divorce, nobody cares about it anymore because you're beneath all that. Y'all not even worth any of it. So whatever insult that you have, it doesn't do anything. We're going to keep talking about y'all. Whatever you say, it's not going to phase us because you're beneath it. Your track record is beneath it. Didn't you say that already?
That's why I ignore him.
Worried about fucking Rasta. God damn. The only thing you talk about is fucking. You got to go somewhere and pay for it. Nobody is giving you nothing for free. You know what? I take it
I
back. The
never
glory hole
said
is
nothing
free. Do they
about
stick money through the
intercourse.
glory hole before they stick their dick through it? I'm
I
pretty sure the glory hole
I
is free.
never
You ain't
said
got to
nothing
pay for that
about
shit.
intercourse.
Rasta,
I
hush,
never said
Rasta.
nothing.
Hold on,
Good night.
Rasta, cause Smith.
Oh, can we put ones in the chat if Smith looks scary?
Yeah, y'all could do that for sure. Thank you for
yeah.
that.
Put
But
a
go
one in the
ahead,
chat.
Smith. I want you
Yeah.
to respond, cause why is it black men's go to call black women masculine if it's not for y'all to justify harming us?
Well, it's not right that men hit women. I've never hit a woman, but it's not right that men do it. But don't you think a woman shouldn't be an enabler? Don't you think a woman really shouldn't be doing all that clapping and talking loud and motherfucker this and that in a man's face? I mean,
Right.
no, a man should be emotional enough and mature to not want to put his hand to a woman, but you got to think you shouldn't really be doing that on the other
Hey,
side.
somebody just got.
Rasta, hush. I want to respond. This the thing. You call me masculine. We not in each other's presence. And if you start with me when you called us fat and that offended me, I can respond how the fuck I want. So
You
you
can,
started it.
yeah.
You came up here calling us big bags. You don't even know Rasta. You
Yeah,
don't know
he
Rasta.
started it so he can put his hands on you. I say what I
You
Exactly.
want to you, and if you respond, I get to knock you the fuck out. That's what they do.
you
They start
And
the
that's
shit.
and that's my part on y'all. That's my
you
point. You came up here on this panel starting stuff. You do not know Rasta. You don't know the history.
Those
You don't know. You don't
people.
know why we talking to him like this. You don't know what he said before. You don't know what he said yesterday because you wasn't here, and you came in here calling us fat. That was offensive, so I cursed you out. And now you get to call me masculine, and then now you get to give this whole long excuse, or you get to give us hold on, mute Rasta or damn fuck. You get to give this whole reason as to why no men shouldn't hit women, but don't you think of them if a woman does blah 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 that it is what it is? No, bitch. That's why I think women need to call the police on y'all violent motherfuckers. You're violent. For your brain to even go there, you started it, and you don't even think you started it. You think I'm responding to you because you was a gentleman. No, you came up here with your weak bitch ass starting shit, and I respond to you, and you like, yeah, you're masculine because y'all want to justify being deplorable, disgusting monsters because your intention
Hmm.
is to harm black women. That's your intention because you do not see us as valuable human beings. You see us as motherfuckers that's supposed to be laboring to y'all. That's why I'm telling women and I'm advocating, call the motherfucking police. Call the police. When these men get to talking that tough shit, like, oh, you're masculine. As soon as a nigga call you masculine in person, or he get to trying to put you in a man's role, quote unquote, like they say, call the cops on them. Get a restraining order on them. Put them niggas to work. Put them motherfuckers on the chain gang because they don't deserve to be out here walking around talking about women masculine so that they can justify them putting their hands on you. Hell no. Call the cops.
Oh, well, I wouldn't
So
call the cops. I'm knocking their ass out.
Like you
so
guys
so
You
said,
might have
oh
more
my
privilege than me. I
god.
don't got the privilege to do that. So I'm gonna
so
call the police.
so why do you think some women choose wrong so many times? For example, if there are good men
Hold
that
on.
are
Why
out
the fuck
there,
you not acknowledging that you came on
No,
this
hold on,
panel and
y'all. I got an
and
answer.
insulted people? First, we want you to acknowledge that you came on the panel immediately and started insulting people before you get into your smart guy routine. And acknowledge that first.
I mean, but that's the thing though. There are Pookies and Raries out there. Why are so many of them impregnating the women and saying, "Man, just
Still
fuck
not
this nigga, then
acknowledging
fuck
that you
this
came
dude,
on the
fuck this
panel starting
motherfucker."
crap. Don't nobody want to hear that. We want to know why you came on the panel starting crap. That's it. Don't nobody else want to hear the rest of that shit.
Fucking robots. Why do
Men,
y'all
But I don't.
regurgitate the same talking points no matter what is being said? That shit is crazy.
Because it's a point. I
Are
mean,
you
I'm
a
not saying
it's
it's.
not
fucking
a
I'm
point,
not
robot?
saying it's
dummy.
wrong. I'm not saying we right though. I mean,
Smith,
men
you're
can do
He
not
keep
better,
What
right.
are you
dragging
even
y'all into the
but
conversation.
women are
He's still
definitely not
dragging y'all
doing
into the
better.
conversation. Why did you come on this panel and
Heaven, he not
insulting
gonna
people?
answer. Heaven, he not gonna answer. You
I
can
mean,
say, "What's the weather outside?" He
why do you
gonna be
think
like,
there's
"I
a
had
say, why
chicken
do you
for
think there's
dinner."
a saying
He's
saying
not gonna
good guys
answer.
finish
Listen.
last?
What
Okay,
I'm
just drop
saying
him
is,
then.
but
Drop
listen,
him in
right?
a
Listen,
second.
what you gotta listen. What I'm saying is they come up here, him and Rasta, they came up here to turn it to whatever the fuck they want to talk about, which is why black women do this, why black women. That's not the topic. That's not what's going on. They want a panel so they can go ahead and spit out whatever they want to say about black women and then leave. Like Rasta just left. That's all the fuck it is. You can ask them what's the weather outside. He gonna say I had chicken for dinner. He's not here to answer none of your questions. That's why going back and forth is fucking wild. Like Mia said, cuss him the fuck out. Don't answer shit for him because he ain't answer shit for you. Don't address that shit. Move the fuck on. Act like he ain't here. Once he decided to join the conversation we're having, let him back in. Till then, man, fuck that nigga.
Yeah, they just come here for likes and attention.
From each
Yeah.
other. They be want validation from each other. That man came up here. He didn't know Rasta, but he automatically got on Rasta side. This my thing. This the thing. If you like women, right? These men say they like women. You like women. You come on a panel with women that you may or may not be attracted to. Because I'm gonna play y'all game. Because since y'all want to make everything relational, you don't know who is on this panel that you may or may not be attracted to. This could, because we're in a new time where people make connections via social media, because that's the world we're in now. We're technology driven. So here you are, come on a panel with women, and instead of you having a conversation, whether you agree or disagree, you could have the conversation and still been able to build connections, socialize. You might could have heard our points and heard why we feel the way we feel. Then you could have gave a pushback like, nah, that ain't, I don't think that is, and we could have had a dialogue, whatever. Cool, bet. But instead, you come up here because you like cock, and you saw a cock up here, and you like, no, I gotta defend the bro. I ain't gonna let them bitches, them masculine bitches, ain't no way they gonna fuck with the bro. So then you come up here putting your asshole on the table for Rasta to lick it, and then y'all take turns topping each other. That's what you came up here to do because you saw a man up here. You don't know that man from nothing, nothing at all. But you was so willing to fuck him on the panel of women that you would claim that you're attracted to, just so you can be cool, just so you can say, oh, bros got to stick together. The man thing, oh, I'm a man, so of course I got to relate to a man. It's weird. Because I like women. I'm not going to go up against no women if I'm attracted to them without hearing all what's going on. But y'all do it every time. Y'all don't like women. You want to use women for labor so that you can feel like you a man. Maybe have a child so that you can say, yeah, I got a child out there. Yeah, I got a legacy. That's what you want to do. But as far as you actually being attracted to women, you're not. Because to take the side of a strange man over, I don't know how many women was up here at the time, over 6 or 7 women is diabolical. You don't know what the fuck that nigga was up here saying. And then when I
Sounds like
say
white knight
come out the
behavior.
closet, you mad with me? Nah, y'all motherfuckers be in the closet, and it's shameful. Come out that motherfucker and be who you are.
Yeah, it sound like that really hurt you. Oh, that's upsetting.
No, that didn't hurt me. Your asshole got hurt when After Rasta fucked and left.
Mm,
You hurt. You the
okay.
one up here with a wet, sore ass, not me. I ain't let a strange man fuck me up my ass. You did.
I mean, does that feel good to get that
It
out?
feel
Like,
good. That shit
listen to the
feel
way you talk.
good.
It
That
feels
shit
good.
feel
Okay.
good.
Okay. Okay. And you
That
and
shit
you and
feel
you don't
good.
give a fuck about how you feel, how nobody
Had,
else thinks
had
about you,
you,
nothing.
had you, Smith, had you opened yourself up and got yourself ready when Rasta started fucking, you wouldn't hurt so bad. But you
Mm,
didn't. You ain't
okay.
prepare
Okay.
yourself. That ain't my fault you weren't prepared. You should have took you a little Vaseline, took you a couple fingers up there, got that shit worked up, and by the time he fucked the shit out of you, you wouldn't be up here sore and miserable.
So, how many baby daddies do you have?
Enough to know you a bitch.
Mm-hmm. Figured.
And I could have more. The thing is, I could be open about having some because I can be honest about what I like. You can't. Cause the thing is, you would let a motherfucker put a baby in you if it would stay. You would. You'll be walking around here pregnant with any nigga who will let you fuck them. You would be the one walking around with babies for all kind of niggas, but you can't have no babies. So that's why you want to talk about me. That's what you
You
jealous
think so?
of? You jealous of because that I got good pussy and I can have a baby and you can't? That's
Well,
what
he
you mad
probably fuck a
about?
lot of baby daddies. He probably fuck a lot of baby daddies. So I mean, that's as close as he gonna get to him.
Yeah, but these niggas be mad. They be like, oh, you a baby mama. You mad because my pussy good and I can have a baby and you can't. That's what you mad about. You mad. You mad
You
because
right.
all you can do, hold on, let me drag this bitch. You mad because all you can do is make a motherfucking mess on a nigga. I give a good time. You give a shitty time. That's what you mad
I
about.
mean, you're a
Oh,
woman.
oh.
Women, women
Hold up,
bragging,
y'all. You ain't
women bragging
dragging the
about
fuck out this
bodies
man.
isn't shit.
Shaquisha, no. She got her
No,
foot on that
not
man
now.
neck.
If you were in a relationship,
Wait,
that
I
would
just got
prove
here.
and show
Hold on,
who you
Smith.
are.
Smith, I have a question for you. I have a
I
question.
No.
mean, women can't brag about having
Hold on.
bodies and oh, this nigga
Smith,
like me.
Smith, I got a question for you. Did you at least pinch the bitch?
Okay. You giving out Taco Bell? Mm-mm.
He can't pinch me.
That nigga just came in his pants after Mia went off on him. Don't let him play y'all.
He
These people don't
can't.
have real hair, but that's another
I
story.
Wait,
do, I
fight.
do,
Boy.
I
Fight,
do, and it's
fight.
down
Mm.
my bag. I do, and it's down my bag. Now what?
Rasta
No,
done
I know
already
you.
claimed the
Stop
baddest
playing.
bitch on the panel. Rasta already
Now
claimed he the
what?
baddest bitch on the
But you
panel.
got my
We
back.
not about to
Now
do this
what?
again. Rasta is the baddest
Yeah,
bitch on the panel.
I got
He
to
done
be
shitted
wasting
on
my
all
time.
us. You can't be the baddest bitch too. Rasta already claimed that shit. You were late.
Dark horse. Why they always say the same things? Like, you think that shit gonna make somebody mad? Talk about they ain't got no hair. You know how many niggas on TikTok done told me I don't got no hair, sir? At
Well, I
this
Yeah, because
point,
mean,
you ain't got
I'm
no
not.
hair, big
even if
hair.
I didn't have hair, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'm desensitized. Yeah, I got 10 baby daddies and I'm bald
I
head.
mean, I'm not
And
saying you don't look
I'm
good. I'm just
a
saying
304.
it's not
And
though.
what else? And what else? I was raised by a single mother and you
Nobody
know,
cares about hair.
I'm masculine. Oh,
I mean, but do you care to
sorrows,
be in a
prayers.
relationship or with somebody like after your 30s? Do you care to take somebody serious?
Lord,
No, no,
Lord.
no.
Mm,
That's why I say
wow.
Pick so
this
fucking
slut is in
hard. Damn,
competition.
real bad. Nobody up here is talking about relationships but the men. They
They
want
always
somebody so
want to
fucking
know, do we
bad.
want to be
Damn.
I
wanted by them?
mean,
If I tell
They
them
want somebody bad
no,
as fuck.
I
Look,
mean, men
all
control
these single men,
relationships.
y'all, this
I'm
shit,
just
y'all
saying.
don't.
So why are you
no, you
miserable?
don't. No, you
I mean,
don't.
you guys keep saying the same talking point, but
As
we're two
fuck.
different
Y'all
species. We're
single
two
as
different
shit.
roles.
And y'all mad. That's why y'all come on these panels fussing at women because y'all mad y'all don't have one. Leave us
Is mad
alone. Shit.
specifically because he
Right.
likes men and he
Well,
cannot
Let's
be
get
out in the open
into
well, I
about it.
talked to a
shit.
Hispanic.
This
That's
nigga
That's
real
because he's
problem is
specifically
that
this
Hispanic,
he's
though.
man.
5'6" and that he can't even reach to get that picture off the wall behind him. That's his real problem.
You
The
said I'm
only
five
time y'all
six.
control relationships is back in the day when
Could have
y'all
had
was
a really good
that
conversation if
made
you
money.
could be who you are.
I'm really
When
trying
y'all
to
was
talk to y'all like normally, but
Man,
okay.
shut your stupid ass up. You ain't trying to talk to nobody normal. You trying to hit all them bullet points. You called us
But
fat. You called us bald. What's next? I almost got four corners. Go ahead, nigga.
And
you
baby
still
mama.
ragging.
And baby mama.
And I'm going to
He
rag
said
on you
Mia
all
was a
night,
baby
nigga.
mama.
Oh, that sound like bingo to me. That sound like
Yeah.
red pill bingo to me.
It's
Damn.
bingo. Hey, Mia, hit them clapping
Sagittarius,
hands for this
but you
nigga.
seem very hurt. Did black men hurt you that bad
No,
that you
no,
want to take
nigga,
that
did
out on
black
me?
man hurt your butt?
Bitch! He
y'all
hit
didn't
him
hurt
by
us, y'all hurt
you
the
hurt.
Yeah.
community. Y'all
You
hurt the
hurt.
entire
God
community.
Damn.
damn.
I
I
really
must
feel
be.
bad
I
though.
must be hurt.
Hard.
I must be hurt. I
Y'all
let
hurt
the
the
leprechaun from
community.
the hood
Y'all are
hurt
the
my
weakest
feelings,
link in
y'all.
our community. Y'all at the bottom of the totem pole. Everybody is exceeding past y'all. The LGBT, the women, everybody doing better than y'all in society. So y'all hurt society as a whole, not just women. Y'all bad for everybody, and y'all be the main one talking. And I don't understand it.
Kevin,
Okay,
them niggas
Heavens.
don't care.
Let me
You
ask
can
you a
give them
question,
a
Heaven.
hold on. You can give this nigga a FBI stat. You can have the FBI sit right here and tell him, and he gonna look at the FBI agent and be like, "But do you got a man though?" This nigga don't care. He ain't hear shit you said.
No, actually, I heard it. I want to ask Heaven a question. So, concerning that, black men aren't doing too well when it comes to graduating from college and stuff. Black women are definitely leading right now. So, why is it
Not
that
even just
hypergamy?
that.
But why is it that hypergamy exists? Why is it that women want a man that a
Listen,
man
listen.
makes more money than a
Because
woman, but
hypergamy,
if
Sir, it's no
I'm gonna answer
hypergamy
your
in the black
question.
computer. I got him.
Hypergamy,
Hold
I'm
on,
gonna ask,
Heaven. Heaven,
Question?
hold on.
but he
Hold
asked
on. He
me.
asks, why is hypergamy
right,
in the black community? It's not. 80%, over 80% of black women make more than y'all. Over
But I
80%
want to
of
say
black
this.
Uh,
women are
that's what
Hypergamy.
I'm
I
entrepreneurs.
saying.
want to
So
say
so why don't
if
so
you
why
went
there
does
to
is
why
no
doesn't a
school,
black woman
hypergamy.
wait a
uplift a
minute. I
black
want to tell
man?
him this. If you went to school like you were supposed to, you would know that hypergamy is part of nature. Period. Every female species on the entire earth of any animal practices hypergamy.
Then
Dummy.
why was there a feminist movement? If there's hypergamy, why would women want to be the same equal to a man then? Explain that. So it's
No,
not
we
making
not. Hold
Y'all
on,
sense.
not
hold on,
worth
hold
it.
on.
That's
Y'all
We
not
not
ain't
doing
making
your
that
no,
shit
job.
shut the
no.
fuck
Y'all not
up.
doing y'all job.
There
Y'all
you
not
go.
doing y'all
But you
job. So
we're
who else
Hey,
is
hold
physically
on. We
doing it?
more
not
stronger.
explaining Smith. We not explaining nothing. You don't try to bypass all the other questions, all the things I said. The conversation you need to have is two. Either come out the closet, we'll hold your hand on out of there, or talk about the prom. Why is it that you
Just said come
excuse
out the closet.
criminality? Why is
Let me
this?
see.
Why are these pictures like? Why
He
are
come out the
we?
closet. I think he said it.
Oh, he gonna come out the
What you
closet.
say?
Okay. Yeah,
Let me
come out the
see.
closet.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see. All right. So what about it?
No, you answer. What you think about it?
I don't know. I'm gonna call the cops. I'm a snitch. I don't know. So I don't really agree with that one. I don't
So why
believe in
do
her.
the black community demonize single mothers then?
I just feel like some of y'all make bad choices. A lot of women like want a bad boy phase, and it just lasts a little bit too long.
So
Or yeah,
what's the okay, hold on. Yeah, I
mm.
got it. I'm gonna walk them through it. Okay, so some women make bad choices is the bad they like the bad boy phase. Why are you associating single mothers with only a certain type of man? What is that about?
Don't get me wrong. I think like men like me, I'm 28 now. So when I was 18 to 24, 25, I was making sluts. Like I would date a woman for 6 months, fuck her, she'd get mad, break her heart, I would lie to her, pillow talk. All right, I'm about to go fuck some other nigga. Like just making sluts. So they turn around and they're no good. But don't get me wrong, I've had my fair share of women where I tried to be good.
Hold on. You wasn't making sluts. You were the slut. So you can
Nigga,
stop that. The only thing that we
did
know
you
that's
catch that?
consistent is that you was fucking women, and you say that they told you they gonna fuck somebody else. That's not. I don't believe that. Ain't no woman. All these women. If you fuck 10 women, they not telling you, "Oh, I'm gonna go fuck somebody else." That's not how it happened. That's one. You were a slut. So what does that have to do with single mothers? Why does the black community demonize single mothers? What is this responsibility you think they're supposed to be having?
The vetting process isn't as good as it probably should be, like it was back in the day. Yeah, I mean it's
Vet
true though.
women. How you
People
vet
say that
women?
they not vetting, but you just said that you lie and pillow talk and you do all this shit and you know that you lying to them, but we picking wrong. Which one is it? You got to pick a side.
That's why I said I did used to be part of the problem. That's
Okay,
why I
so
said it's not just
hold
women.
on. So that's the thing. You're talking out both sides of your cock grabbers. You cannot say I was causing problems. I lied to these women and then turn around and say women don't vet right. If a woman dated you, you would lead her to believe that you want to be with her, and then once you were done, you disposed of her. How did she not vet right when you checked all the boxes? You were nice, you were calling her, you might have been providing things for her, you were showing up for her, and as soon as you were done, you disposed her. How was that on her? She did vet right. You wasn't a bad guy. You didn't present as a bad guy. You just admitted you didn't.
Not necessarily. Sometimes,
That's
most of the
what,
time, women give up the box too easily.
hold on, I want to add something real quick because I think it's interesting how, like, because you hear a lot of guys who be like, oh, well, I used to do this and I used to do that. You do, like, y'all talk as if women also have this villain area, like, we did this horrible thing. No, you're a deplorable person. Now you got flaccid dick. Like, of course you're not doing those things. But, like, y'all be talking to women who ain't never did no shit like that. Like, y'all think that's, like, part of the process or something.
Right? Women have their fair share of dogging niggas out too. There's men who go on a villain arc and be like, "Fuck it, what is love? I just want a woman who can do for me."
No, you're saying that women make men have villain arcs and then men organically have villain arcs. That's weird. Why? It's too much going on. It's too much going on that to me, you just simply not gonna answer and be honest. You're gonna lie. That's what you do. You lie. You sit up here, you lie about who you are, you're gonna lie to us. You can't answer the prompt. You want to talk about relationships. You don't want to come out the closet, even though we done gave you the floor to come out the closet. You got too much going on. It's you. You the slut. You a slut. You a horrible person. You a monster. You're violent. You're scary. Like the reason why you gonna snitch is because your ass need to go to prison. Like it's too much going on with you. Too much going on, and you give up. You easy. You're easy. You give up your box easy. Like it's so weird when y'all talk about how easy women give it up. You a slut. Cause then why would you fuck a woman that give it up that easy? You don't know what the fuck she got going on, and you don't care. Your body does not matter to you, and I think the reason why it doesn't matter and why you will fuck with these women who give their box up so easy is because you want to be with a nigga, you want to be chose, and you're too scared to come out the closet.
They know they
Well,
ain't shit.
I'm a
They know they
man,
ain't shit.
so
That's
my
what a
body
man
count.
is. They are
Well,
excused for not being shit and they
well,
expect
a
women to be.
woman's.
So we
Oh,
ain't
I'm
talking about
sorry. I'm
your body.
sorry.
You saying that you don't care about your body count? That is logistics. But you getting an STD, That can happen. It don't matter if a man like, oh, a man can have 1,000 bodies. It don't change the fact that you don't care about your body to protect it, and
As
you will
long as
fuck a
it's
slut is
curable, they
weird.
don't care.
I mean, that's
But
both
what I'm
ways
saying
though.
is, you will fuck a woman who does not care about her body, who gives up the box easy. You will jeopardize your vessel to fuck a slut. Something wrong with you.
Yeah,
Well, my
they don't
main
care
job
as
is
long
to
as it's not
provide
going to
for a
kill
woman I
them
really
tomorrow.
like.
They don't
So
care. They will get They will get gonorrhea. They will get chlamydia, and they'll do it again. They don't care as long as it's not going to kill them tomorrow. They don't care. They're gonna do it anyway. They don't even care about HIV.
I mean, y'all
Cause
talking about clap and HIV, but you know, women are actually the one fucking bisexual men and bringing it back to the straight community.
You're the
HIV
yeah,
is mainly
bisexual
gay.
man. You're the bisexual man.
That's
Again,
not
that's not
there's a
for
She
the
just
statistic.
said it.
woman.
actually. That's not what happens. What happens is the DL men bring it to the straight community because they're too scared to
Yeah,
be.
that's wrong.
But hold
So
on. Let's hold on.
I'm not
Whether
saying they
it's
don't.
DL,
They
hold
do
on.
too.
What regardless, hold on. Regardless of what it is, a man who is sleeping around with other men and women who bring something back to a relationship, that doesn't have nothing to do with the woman. Again, you're the one that's DL and you don't care about your body because you cannot be who you want to be. So you will fuck sluts and men and dogs and lizards because you can't be who you are. That's not the woman's fault. You're deceitful. You're the liar. It's nothing wrong, and y'all here y'all go. It's nothing wrong with the GAY community. It's something wrong with y'all DL delusional ass men who prefer to harm people because you do not have an identity. That's the
mhm.
problem.
I mean, black people in America don't have an identity to begin with. First they're Quran, then they're Muslim, then they're this. I mean, we barely have a
The black
community.
community don't got no identity. You mad at everybody else but your fucking self.
Everything is intercultural. Everything
This
we made
cut.
is of ourselves. Black, I mean, you sign,
That's
but
what I'm
black
saying.
people in America are mutts. We are
Hold up.
not a
This is what I'm
true.
saying. Because that goes back to the fucking prom. This man gonna sell out everybody so he can won't be fucking
Everybody is a
wrong.
mud. What is he
Hold up.
talking
Can I
about?
finish? Can I finish without being interrupted?
Everybody in America
Can I
is a
finish
mud.
without being so here's the thing I'm saying is like the reason why we tend to be so male centered in the community because these motherfuckers are going to be a villain. I mean, a victim to the fucking end. He's the one who calling issues to women, and they talk about it like it's part of the like a rite of passage. Like, oh, this is when I was young, and no, we just do shit like that. No, women don't be doing shit like that. And right now, instead of him coming to terms with how deplorable he fucking is, he want to blame everybody. He will bring the whole fucking community down just so he won't be wrong. And this will get us fucked up in the black community.
No, I'm not lying to you. Actually, on the statistic, what's that fucking FDA shit? Women are leading it. STDs. Houston, Atlanta. Women are leading, not black men.
Married
That's
women,
true.
married women are getting HIV. Married women, you know those wives that y'all always talk about that
I'm
y'all
not
like
saying that. That's probably
personify.
true.
It's not
That's
probably
probably
true,
true.
nigga. It's true. Take your dumb ass and look at some stats instead of doing boy stats, instead of going to labs and writing shit down. Go look at some stats and stop being dumb.
This my thing. This my thing, Mr.
That was
Loose
cute.
Booty. This my thing. If cause y'all keep on saying this, okay, it's women, black women leading. Well, leave them alone then. You good. Ain't nothing you gotta worry about. You ain't gonna fuck no black woman, so oh well, you got it. You got it. You ain't been to the doctor since the doctor been a doctor. But you know so much.
I have
You don't
insurance
get
through my job.
tested. You ain't getting yourself checked out. You probably don't got no insurance. So
I'm employed. I have two jobs. I have insurance. I go regularly.
what's
I'm very
regular?
well
What's regular?
every 6 months. Physical, wellness check, STD, all of that. I do every 6 months. I talk to a Hispanic not because she's Hispanic, but because she listens.
I don't
Black.
I don't care if you talk to a Hispanic, organic, or a damn panic. I don't give a damn. You are not getting tested. You're fucking lying. You ain't going to get checked because if you saying she listened and that's your whole reason for being with her, I know you gonna trust her. If she went and got tested for her annual, that's what you gonna go by. I don't believe a word you say. You just saying stuff. You got all the answers.
No. No,
I'll
not
make her part of
necessarily.
those statistics, and he gonna bring whatever he got right on back to her and fuck her shit up too.
All they do is baby mama everybody. She about to do one.
No, we can't hear you, Lynn, if you're trying to talk. Okay, go ahead.
I
Cat got her tongue.
And a cock got yours.
Your connection
okay,
is up, man.
hold on,
You
my
got like
Wi-Fi
one
connected,
pause.
but can y'all hear me? Okay, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear
Yeah.
me now? Okay, the Wi-Fi has to connect. Okay. It's funny how when black men date other women from other races, they always say things like, "Oh, they listen," or "They're submissive," or "They're this," or "They're that." And for a while, that may be true. Um, one, because these women are just as anti-black as you, so of course they're gonna listen to you and also participate in the bashing of black women with you because the Latina woman is just as anti-black as you and hates black women just as much as you. Also, she listens means that she has no idea what's going on in my culture. So when I tell her, "Oh, it's hard out here for a black man," and blah 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 blah, she's forced to believe you because she has no idea what's going on culturally with black people. So you're able to weaponize your blackness against her and manipulate her in that way, which y'all do often. And women from other races have been coming out and speaking out about that. They've been saying how y'all manipulate them with race so that they can shut up. I wanted to say that. And dang, I had another point, but I'll say something else
He said
when I
Hispanic.
think of it.
It's okay. He said Hispanic. We don't know if she white, black, indigenous. We don't know what she is, but all we know is he wants to believe she listen. Okay. Yeah. They listen. Well, so do it. So is it that Hispanic people only listen to y'all because Hispanic men say that they don't listen? So is it that only when y'all interracially dating is when the listening happens, or
And I
are
also
or
want to
are you
know,
lying?
No, just the woman itself.
does your Hispanic girlfriend have black women friends?
Yes.
She do. Most of her friends are black women.
Um. Yeah. So. She went to like a PWI, so she doesn't got. I mean, growing up, she had black friends, but not so much anymore.
So majority of her friends are not black. And it's funny because men who date interracially, they don't care about their children, right? Because children of interracial couples where the mother is white or non-black, they're coming out and speaking about how their mother does not like black women. Come to find out, my mama is white and she doesn't like black women. She just like black men. Yeah. So y'all don't give a crap about your kids. Never have.
But you know what, Lynn? It's possible that his mom doesn't like black women, and that's why he is how he is too. If we want to blame women, it's his mama might be anti-black. She might be a self-hating Negro who taught him to not trust these black women, and that might be where he get it from. That might be why he was attracted to date anybody but black because his mama taught him that.
Or you could just have a mind of your own. You don't have to affiliate with no sort of religion, politics, or what race you want to date. Just bring home whoever, as
But
long
you
as they're a
don't
good
think it? Well,
person.
hold on, Smithster. You don't think it's interesting that you are up that you came up on a panel of black women and you wanted to spew negative stereotypes. Then you want to let us know that you with a Hispanic woman, as if they don't have negative stereotypes against them as well. What is so to me? I believe that you're not happy. That's why I made the assumption that you must be GAY, because or at least bi, because you can't be happy with yourself. Like there must be something going on because you up here is it could be 9, 10, 11:56 your time. I don't know where you're located. You're up here trying to demean and degrade and talk down to and have some type of dominance over a group of women, group of black women on the panel, and then you couldn't wait to throw in their face that you got a Hispanic woman. It sounds like you fucking miserable. Because if you was happy and content, and you know you getting your 6-month checkups, you got your 2 jobs, you got a bitch that listen, you getting your tamales, you getting your quesadillas, you know, life good, your thing getting sucked, you get some good coochie, you would think that you would be busy. You'll be busy. Because if I was in a situation where I got a man, my Hispanic man, or whoever, whatever man, or if I was with a woman and I had some coochie next to me, I guarantee you, I love doing this, Smith. I do this all the time. But if it was some coochie over here, I'd be fucking, not on the live arguing. If it was a cock over here, I'd be riding it, not on the live arguing. But that ain't what you're doing. You
You
over
don't
here
think she has
talking
to work?
good.
Yeah, but
Women to
that's
me.
crazy because when I had a
Man, clocked
boyfriend,
it. She said, you, man, say it again.
He misses black women to me because here he is on
Why
a
you
panel full of
here
black
with black
women,
women? Right? Go
and
away.
for the
We've already.
reason,
If you
yeah,
yeah,
for
decide
the
Wait a
you
reason.
hate
minute.
them, if you
So
decide that there's all these negative things, why are you here?
wait. So
Why aren't you on a Hispanic
is the
panel or a
DL
white
joke?
panel? Or are you
Is the
somewhere else?
is the
Why did you
bi?
come here with people you don't like?
So is this supposed to hurt my feelings though? Like the DL and the bi jokes?
No,
Like what is
why
he
did
supposed to
you
actually
come
do?
here?
But what's the point
Why
of
did
that
you
though?
never
You
To
know?
answer a
come out
question?
and
He
stop.
never
it's a
answered the
logic.
question.
It's a
Why
logic.
are you here with women that you hate? Why did you
Yeah,
join? Why did you come up to say, oh, by the way, just it's Thursday. I forgot to tell a black woman I hate her. We don't care. Go with your peoples. Like Mia said, go where they are. So if she's at work, go find people that look like her that you can praise. Why did you come over here today to say, I forgot to tell a black woman I hate her today?
yeah. Why ain't you doing something
What's
else?
wrong
Oh,
with you?
Huh,
Go
huh.
away.
And
I'm just I was just trolling honestly.
you asked if those jokes or whatever, them calling you those words were meant to hurt your feeling. Was you calling us bald head baby mamas supposed to hurt our feelings? You
And
answer
big
that
bags.
first.
And big bags. Was that supposed to hurt
It,
our feelings?
and big bags. Was that meant to hurt our feelings?
I don't know. Do these things. I
Because
was just
I
trying to
got
troll.
10 kids with 12 baby daddies.
Oh,
But
you
hold
was
on, he said
trolling.
he did. Hold on, he just did
That
a
sounds
very.
about right.
Hold on, he just did a very immature.
I'm
And so do.
happy.
Hold on. So does Hispanic women. They have a lot of children too. But he also said a very immature comeback doo doo draws or whatever he's saying. So it's a lot that we learned about you, and I want to make it clear.
Hmm.
I am being funny because that's what men prioritize. Men prioritize Smicks. They make it seem like that's their whole manhood is their ability to have access to a woman. That's why he mentioned to us that he's in a relationship. I want that to be clear. But with that being said, we done learned a lot about you. You have doo doo draws because you keep bringing that up.
So
You
you
keep
was
bringing it
trolling.
up, and I'm gonna tell you. And before you get to it, the reason why I could keep talking the way I'm talking about you being in the closet, because I like a
Hmm.
variety of things. So yeah, I can talk about it. But the funny thing is, you keep bringing up doodle draws because you are the type of nigga. Instead of you dishing that shit out, you rather eat a big old Big Mac and go to your date and make a mess on that man and fuck his sheets up. And that's all you want to talk about is how you fuck your drawers up and your sheets up. That's you, Mr. Doodoo Man. That's you. You're shitty. You with the shitty committee. You don't know how to dish that asshole out before you give it up. You gotta start focusing on fasting, douching, and preparing yourself before you go make a mess on that man. I get it. Some men like it, but all these men don't want to be shitted up. You like a damn infant. You just shit up the place. You just blow out. It's a blowout with you. They fuck you and they get a blowout. That ain't always what they want, sir.
A shitty deal.
What's wrong?
Damn.
Are you
Start
just
douching and fasting, sir.
are you upset
God
because you ain't got
damn.
enough money to get your nails done tomorrow? I'll
And
send you
here you
30
go.
bucks.
Here you go. Now you with the sassy comments.
I
Look,
know.
look, sir, sir,
Listen, I
sir, sir,
know.
sir, sir,
You
Did
sir,
like to
you
be
sir,
get
sir.
dazzled
joy?
up, I
Did
get it.
you get? You said you was trolling, so I just want to know. You get joy out of fucking with people that ain't bothering you?
Sometimes.
He
I
gave
mean,
him
not
his ass
it's all
whooped.
right.
evil. So you Willie, you evil. So that's why you getting treated like that. You just admitted
No,
that you're
heaven
evil.
don't he not evil heaven. That what happens is I think at least once or twice per night we save some man from ending his damn life because they be so fucking sad and depressed. They come over here and we didn't kept that man from calling a goddamn hotline and having somebody else talk him down again. He ain't gotta have no wellness check tonight because he fucking
Government
miserable and hate his life. So he come over here and we done saved another one. But we can't
Yes,
keep doing this
that's
shit
right.
for
That's
free.
right.
You do need to
And
pay the
you know
host
what, Dark
because
Horse?
these motherfuckers ready to end it
That's
all.
a good
Damn.
You
answer.
know
That's
what,
a good
Dark? Hold
answer.
on, Smith. You know what, Dark Horse? You right, Dark Horse. Because I was thinking this. Let me tell you something else that you need to know. If y'all men would be honest about yourself and y'all wouldn't be trying to fit in this identity of what being a man is, and you'll just be yourself, be a good person. Y'all would get more attention. Y'all would get more access. You would have
uh-huh.
more options of good, healthy relationships that y'all keep talking about. But y'all can't. Because me personally, I like my man a little gay. I don't have no problem with that. I don't like y'all closeted, fucked up in the brain, evil, monstrous bitches. I don't like y'all, but I like a man who's a good man, who's comfortable with himself, who don't mind getting a little finger or two up that ass. I don't mind that. I don't like y'all bitches. I don't like y'all bitches who don't wash your ass and don't take care of yourself, but we want to talk about a big bag. Bitch, you could be living in bliss getting your ass bent over. You could be, but you scared. You
I think they be
scared.
jealous. They
I
be jealous
also want to
that
bring up.
they
I
Somebody got to
also
work tomorrow.
I also want to bring up the fact that, like I said, you all talk about legacy and then in the same breath bring up dating your Latina or your white woman. I once heard a Latina woman, a Mexican woman in particular, said that her family would rather her bring home another woman than a black man.
Oh,
Her family would rather her bring home another woman than a black man.
Yeah, them.
That's the grandparents that y'all buy into and y'all don't give a freak about having. Y'all be like, oh well, who cares? It's not gonna do much to my children anyway. But
Yep.
perpetuate anti-blackness through generations. Got it.
They can be pretty racist too.
Lineage, legacy.
Yeah, they always come here, and then once they get ate up, to my, I was just trolling. No, nigga, you thought them big back jokes was gonna eat. You thought them bald head jokes was gonna eat. Y'all be coming up here
yeah.
calling us fat, and we
Typically,
wear the same size drawers. Like, be for real.
especially when y'all mama look the same way y'all be talking about.
I mean, it's not good to be. It's not
And
healthy,
I
but
and I like food, so you ain't gonna shame me into not liking food. You done lost your damn mind, sir. I wanted some fried
I
chicken on
mean,
my way to getting my hair done. Are you okay?
But the big bad comments. The funny thing is, for you to accurately describe me as being a big bag, touche, and then I ate you a motherfucking live. It's fitting. It's fitting. It makes sense.
what?
And
A few
don't you
curse
know?
words and some gay jokes is eating live. I guess for the women on your panel, it
Big
is.
bag in the big
Them
bag
not
jokes
gay
ate.
jokes. Them was
they was
not
just
gay jokes.
blaming
That's
your
that's
big
a
back
read.
jokes because this repetitive is getting tired. Every black woman is not a big bag. Y'all just throw that out there fishing, hoping that you would hit somebody that's overweight and it just never eats. So nothing you said hit. So I don't know why you being so critical of what somebody said about you because you just as lame and a cornball. So
I mean,
I
anybody who
mean,
come in here
Mia did eat his
I,
ass up though. Mia
that
shit
she
Mia she
that she
tore his ass up.
graduated.
I mean, I
Like
come to my
anybody who
own
come into
house.
a
I pay my
space
own
and
bills.
essentially don't nobody care.
I
Anybody come
do
to a
too.
space and
So
they just
what's
throw
your
like
point?
he a grown up. All right, you're a grown up. But the thing is, like, you come into a space calling people names, whatever, you looking to get like what's up with y'all? Like, why so many of y'all got this like degradation kink? Like, why do y'all want people to talk down to you? Like, what's going on with you? Because that's some weird ass shit.
It's easy for a black woman to talk down on black men. Y'all do that anyway.
Y'all do it first. So what's your point?
No. But why do you want it? Why you want us to talk to you like that? What does it do for you?
Do whatever you want to. I'm happy within myself. I'm just in my
No,
house
you
chilling.
can't.
It
No,
confirms
you
No
his
can't
matter
do
what
that.
you do.
bias.
I mean, you already know that's gonna
You heard
happen when
me,
you get
Tara?
so
Huh?
I don't
It's
understand
like a
what's going on.
confirmation bias. It's like a confirmation bias key. in his head, he's already came up with the theory that black women talk down on black men. So he's like, let me go over there, antagonize those black women, and then confirm my bias.
Yeah, that's
But
true. That makes
it's
sense.
that, and it's also hold up. It's also he like it too though, because like a confirmation, whatever. Unless he want to like you really struggling over there with your peoples that you got to come over here and confirm that we so fucked up that you made the right choice or something. That's what I'm saying. Like all this is something wrong with you, sir.
He said she got to go to work. It's like you ain't got no gaming system. You don't know how to draw.
No,
You don't
women
have
don't
nothing
exist.
to do, intelligent to do. Then come on, laugh and fuck with people. Like
I mean, you say, do I have a game? I make above average income, so I'm just chilling. I'm just doing what I want. I got free will.
No, we don't care about you, sir. We don't care
that
about
I
your
don't
life.
want to play the. Who,
We,
who wants to
hold
play
up,
the game all
sir.
the time?
Sir, we don't care about your life. We don't give a fuck who you fucking. We don't care where you work at. We don't care how much money your bank account. We don't
to
give a
come
fuck
on
about
laugh and
you.
antagonize
Nobody,
people all the time.
Kevin, you gotta stop cutting people off. You gotta stop, like, don't nobody give a fuck about you. Nobody sent you to live. No one was looking for you. No one said, damn, what's going on with him? We don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Like, you as his work, we think you as worthless as you feel, sir. We don't need to hear your fucking resume. We don't care what you think about anything. We don't give a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. I know you want to feel like you matter, like you come over here and piss somebody off, but you just another nigga in a box. When you gone, another nigga gonna be in that box and you gonna be forgotten about. You don't matter. You like trash on the fucking ground, nigga. Like, what do you think was gonna happen when you came in here?
You said all that to say what? I mean, who
You don't
cares?
matter, nigga. No, no, no. I said it. You don't
And
fucking matter.
but what is you
Anyway,
not
you can shut up. You can shut up.
really mean anything? But I mean, does that feel good to say that though?
Does it feel good to say that you make above average income? So do
And
I. Whoop de fucking
you
do.
so good saying what you
Don't
said.
take the
Well,
bottle of pills.
no,
Don't
heavens
take the
came from
bottle
me.
of
She said,
pills.
so I was just
Don't
like,
tie the noose.
They always
No,
leave
you
them
got.
said
They
leave them
always got a good.
knives alone.
They always got a good job.
yeah.
I love saying goodnight.
no, I don't sell drugs. But,
Oh, you gotta
Mm.
watch what you say, cock grabber. Watch what you say.
no, I
You
forgot.
sell you sell sphincter muscle.
Um,
Hey, with that. See, you gotta take that meal. This for the community heaven. We taking that.
I kind of got
that
your
was
panel
good.
jumping a little bit, so that's what's up. Again, I'm glad I can get a reaction out of y'all, you women, or whatever you want to call yourself.
Go with the gaslight.
Real quick,
Started him
y'all. Hold on,
earlier when he
everybody.
did
Real
that. This
quick.
the first time he got all this attention from this many women.
Hold on, real quick.
No, it's exciting.
What the fuck, Mia? Don't forget to mention the Discord today.
Oh
That was
yeah, yeah, yeah. Y'all join if you want to join my Discord. Just message me. Anybody can get in, including this Spencer Must. However you said, I'm gonna learn how to say it. This shit gonna come out smooth. But even Smith can join the Discord. Everybody can join the Discord if you want to be in there and message me. The this shit crazy. This man bored. This man hurt. I just can't. But actually, I know you were trying to say something, but you kind of got over talked. Did you want to say something to him?
Oh, it's fine. I was just saying something in the moment. So it's good. I'll move around. I won't get on him about that glass closet no more.
Okay, thank you. Cause it's glass, baby. That shit like a plastic sheet up there.
Age
Mm.
catching up with her. She tired. Poor baby. Drink your glass of wine, baby. Be okay.
Auntie is tired, stink. You
Damn,
are
we
absolutely
can't,
right.
we can't be fat. We can't be black. We can't be baby mamas, and we can't be old. God damn.
Can't be tired either. We gotta be well rested.
God damn.
Damn.
Y'all is
Well,
His girlfriend can go to work and get off and be tired, but we can't.
We
You see
can't.
that?
Damn. We
you
can't
went to
be
work today?
What
nothing.
I want is us not to be bothered, but we
We
can't
ain't
get that.
bothered.
No, I want to not be bothered by these niggas though. We can't get that though. Shit.
Nah, they won't leave us alone. They be like, you fat, you a baby mama, but I want you. All at the same time. The shit crazy. The shit is crazy.
Why?
Bald headed on the
I can go
screen.
to
Look
work in
at
the
you.
morning too,
I
man.
know. Just let me be bald headed. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? That's why I'll never be arguing. You got it. You got it. You got it, Mr. Sir. And the thing is, when you say your woman Hispanic, the funny thing about that is I just know that your friends are Hispanic men. And on the heels of Tyler Perry fucking with that man, I know you be fucking with the men. I know you be bothering them. I know you be pulling at their motherfucking draws.
Mm.
Cause if she's submissive and she listen, I bet they do too. So no telling what you be over there doing, bothering her uncles and cousins and brothers, and you be having a time, boy. I heard that when y'all be dating other people, it's so that y'all can be with the niggas y'all want to be with. That's what I heard. That's what I
At work,
heard.
she done lied and told them people she got a stomach bug and she got to leave early, and she went to go
I
see
bet.
about that real man.
I bet her brother be pegging him.
Mm, tearing them up. He like it. It be shitty in there, but hey, all I say is clean it up, Kokor. That's all I can tell you. Clean that shit up. That's all. That's all I got for you, buddy.
So y'all have a problem against gay men?
I
Y'all
just
talk
told
about them
No,
so
you.
much. Are y'all just
no,
obsessed with them?
just the ones that pretend like they're not.
No, I am obsessed with them. I'm upset. I'm obsessed. Now what? You got me. Now what?
Is it more like okay for a woman to be gay? Is it more open or something?
No,
Is that
it's whatever. Yeah. No, y'all be shamed. Stop being ashamed.
Come on out, sir. Just come on out.
Mm-hmm.
Here, we will celebrate with you.
she did help me with the
I
cum
told
part.
you, I already told you, I like my men a little gay or all the way. Like if they want me back. I prefer being with a man who is open about his sexuality, open to explore, a man who has explored and been honest with himself, because they're less likely to be disrespectful, they're less likely to cheat, they're less likely to be in a state of confusion. Once you done been honest with yourself and you know that sexuality is on the spectrum, you get a more honest person. At the very least, the misogyny a man who is open with who he is will be on the lesser end of the spectrum. He might be willing to talk. He might be willing to understand where I'm coming from. Y'all want hard leg, want to be fucking macho men that be in the closet. Y'all be fighting demons. That's why y'all be unaliving people, unaliving yourself, causing chaos, causing confusion, pillow talking, running through women, leaving babies, raping people, because you in a state of confusion. You don't know yourself. And we know that because your behavior tonight. Your behavior tonight shows that you're a man who is confused. You're a man who doesn't have an identity, who don't know who you are. You came up here, you opened up the man manual and started reading bar for bar what niggas done said already. You ain't have nothing original. Nothing different, nothing challenging, nothing. You couldn't
Mm.
answer the prompt. Hold on. You couldn't answer the prompt because you ain't have a ready-made answer. So it just is what it is. You a fucking robot. You a robot who don't know how to douche, who don't know how to clean out your asshole, who don't know how to get it ready. You get fucked in bathrooms, you make a mess, and you be miserable. That's what you are. You always are somebody's secret. You're always in a position of being of service to somebody. You're always in a position where you're on the bottom. You're always in a position where you are lacking social dominance or social power. You're the lowest caste, the last pick, the first move. That's you fucking miserable. You're at the bottom. You get over there with them Hispanic folks, they be talking down on you. You're nothing. You're a fucking loser. A fucking loser. And you know it. That's why you over here fucking with us. Talking about bald headed and fat and this, that, and another. Cause you fucking miserable.
He mad that a black woman got a promotion over him.
That's why he got 2 jobs. So he say, I think the nigga lying, but hey,
I'm sorry.
Work two jobs to
What'd
get
you
your
say
high
though?
earning income.
Yeah, being above average income with two jobs ain't eating the way you think it is. Like you supposed to be,
Um,
nigga. The fuck? It
I was on the phone. I didn't hear you what you said, but
don't
Don't
matter.
worry. The people who need this you heard.
What's up,
He heard it
KBK?
because he muted right when he needed to. Hey, KBK, what's up, niece?
Hey, KBK. And it don't matter. You know your life. Your life is miserable. You over there, them people be dog walking you. They be speaking in Spanish, calling you all kind of things. The only thing you could pick up is Negro. And it be back to back to back to back.
oh, it's
Be
the
calling him
host.
the M word. They be
Oh,
Do you
calling
well.
him
like
the
do you
M
like to hear
word.
yourself talk? Like, does it make you like? Do
What's
you
up?
like your voice?
What's up, KBK? What's going on?
Nothing much. I'm just listening to all this recklessness.
Who being reckless, niece?
All you guys, but I love to hear it.
Asked
You
for
in
it.
my city,
He
niece.
asked for it, KBK.
I know he did.
What's wrong with two jobs?
Satisfied. He's very satisfied.
You said
He
two
said
jobs.
His bowel movement gonna come out real easy.
You need to be loosened up a little bit.
This shit gonna come out real good.
Y'all know people who make over 100K still work two jobs, right?
Wait, shut up. Mia, you seen what what Blonick said? She was like, read that part.
Wait, what? Who said it?
Like, read that part. When you were going
Read
off
that
on
poem. I had to read that poem because he was up here doing the most, baby. Doing the
Um,
most.
Black women's finest. Well, it's good
A,
talking with y'all.
a sour bottom. I write sour bottom. I
Gotta get on
write
the phone with my
sour.
girlfriend. I
nigga,
actually
you
got
going on
I
grinder.
got a
Mia got your butt
relationship.
wet. Mia got your butt wet. Bye.
Somebody he going to talk to his girlfriend. You go talk to that man. See if he want a shitty surprise tonight. That's what you want to
He
do.
gonna call her because I said she ain't at work. I scared the shit out of him, and I said that lady ain't at work. She done left early. She out with her boyfriend. You about to call and interrupt their goddamn quality time. How about you shut the fuck up and sit down somewhere and leave that lady alone?
No, he's more mad that she getting some good dick because he wants some.
Right there. That's it.
That's what it is. Damn. And then KBK could talk about we up here crashing out. KBK, he was pulling out your handbook that one time.
Oh my gosh, what handbook?
Calling us big back single mamas. I be tired. Let me tell you something, KBK. Hold my hand when I say this. Hold auntie hand. Let me tell you something. I be tired of getting called big. I know I'm filling up the screen. I get it. But I be tired of hearing it. God damn, let a bitch be big. God damn. I be like, God damn. I be trying to do this. But I'm just in the screen. God, I'm like, can y'all get off me? That shit be hard, KBK.
I know. It be when you don't got nothing to say, so you just start saying shit. That's really what it is.
It's okay. It be the truth, but it's like whatever. Like, and look, Anthony is a oh damn. Somebody, why y'all did that to him? I might have to drop, but Anthony said when the receipts be received. Anthony been a motherfucking problem in my comments, but that was funny.
Why won't Anthony join?
Fair.
He ain't gonna come
That's what I was
in.
about to
Yeah,
say.
he
Why
a
doesn't he
no
come up
teacher
here?
for real. I don't know what he is carrying on about.
But I'm gonna have to
Shit.
But I'm gonna have to end it because that dude got a warning, so I don't know if that's a sign that I'm about to get a warning, and I don't want to take a chance on my live, y'all. So sorry, but I got to end it.
Good night.
All right, y'all.
Good night. See y'all later. I'll be back tomorrow. Follow again, y'all. Remember, real quick, if you want to join my Discord, inbox me and I'll add you. No, Tam, you might be right, but I don't want to take a chance. But again, if y'all want to be in the Discord, message me and I add you to the Discord until I figure out how to post it here. Y'all follow, not y'all know what I'm saying. I'm stressed out. Inbox me to get in the fucking Discord, y'all. I'm tripping.
Fingers in our face and shit. Just
I
end
know
this shit.